No, I didn't have time to update it yet because when I was clicking, it was like 2 minutes away of doing. So I was like, remind me later. Whenever it shows up, I'll click it. Yeah. Did plot happen? Okay. Sure, a little. Dang it! It's like, oh, yeah. Well,
How's that?
it's my
Can you hear
phone.
me now? I fucking hate Windows updates.
Oh, when it resets.
It's
Yeah, that's what
so
almost happened to
fucking
me.
annoying.
Yeah, with Coral Island, I was like, I guess for like the first 8 minutes, I was like no audio, and I was pissed at myself. But like, whatever. Luckily, someone showed up. Thank God.
All right. So allow me to catch you up on what
Yes,
happened.
please.
So, when you left, I believe I was making my way up to the top of like Mount Revelation, right? Do you recall this?
Yes.
Okay, great. I love the enthusiasm. So, at the top of Mount Revelation, it was revealed that there was a spring, like a pool of water that was sealed off by this like ancient magic, and only a human being could break the seal. And because we used to be a human being, we could break the seal, right? This
Okay, yeah.
pool of water was the only thing that could undo the petrification that was occurring, right, around the world. It's the only way that it would happen. So, we're there. There was like, if you recall, there was like the other exploration team that was in like a different location, like doing their own thing. Like they were in a set of ruins while we were on top of the mountain looking for Crocodile or whatever. Or sorry, Crocodile.
Crocodile, yeah.
You'll recall that we were going up the mountain with Nuzleaf, and Crocodile brazenly as hell just walks straight past Raiko and Suicune, who were there to apprehend him. He just walks right past them, muttering about, this isn't part of our deal, I just want the money so I can go home, right?
Dang.
It is then revealed that the ultimate bad guy for this video game is Yveltal, the like black and red bird legendary from the
across from Xerneas.
Yeah, from X and Y.
Yeah.
So he's the ultimate bad guy, and in the game, the way that he kills people is by petrifying them. So that explains why like legendaries are being petrified and stuff, right? As we get ready to try to fight back against Yveltal's like evil or whatever, Nuzleaf reveals that they were actually a secret double agent for Yveltal the whole time.
Oh my god!
They shoot a giant like shadow ball at us, including Raiko and Suicune, and everybody gets petrified. Yveltal then makes like a friggin' announcement to the entire planet saying, congratulations, I have the water of life or whatever, and now you're all gonna die. And he petrifies the entire world.
Dang.
In a cutscene, it is revealed that Ampharos, Jirachi, and I think like one other person from the Expedition Society aren't petrified yet, but everyone else is just statues. And then we woke up to this. Saba, we are literally in Pokemon hell.
Oh my god. I leave for 10 minutes and suddenly we're in the underworld.
I'm about to say, Dennet definitely got petrified, because I remember making a joke about like, oh no, It was Esper that was spared. That was right. Esper was also didn't get petrified. I forgot about that.
Man, with all of these gosh darn, like, what a world, what a nice world to live in, Yvital, you know? Nice redecorating you've done here.
But, so I don't know. I'm assuming they're gonna explain, right? But, like,
Yeah.
remember, like, in Explorers of Sky, it was revealed in, like, the post game that, like, the reason why Darkrai wanted the world to, like, have time collapse was so that way he could exist without having to fear, like, sunlight and stuff. And it's like, okay, that makes sense for, like, who you are as a legendary creature. But then you get to Yvital, and it's like, okay, so is Yvital just Satan? Because I thought Giratina was Satan.
Yeah, like, what is, like... I'm sorry, what are the perks of you doing this besides being like, look at me, I've taken over the world?
He's like the embodied, like, that's supposed to be the whole thing, is like Xarneas is like light and Yvital is death.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well then where the fuck is Zygarde? Isn't Zygarde supposed to stop this from happening?
That's true. But the irony of it is, if you kill everyone, then there's no one left to experience death. And then you also cease to exist because there's no more death anymore.
He's not a fucking figment of your imagination. Yvital is a real creature. He will exist even if there's nothing left to die.
Well, he won't. He'll be out of a job. I guess maybe that's what he wants.
His point. I think he wants to be out of a job. I think he wants to be like, all right, I'm done.
This game, let's be honest, Mikey, this game should have started. We were happy. 5 minutes later, boom, we're in hell, okay? So much more interesting.
I don't know. I do want to say, because clearly I think that cutscene that you missed was the point that all of the people online were talking about, where it's like, man, it gets intense real quickly. And it's like, sure, that doesn't necessarily make it good though. You know?
Yeah.
Genuinely, this should have happened 12 hours ago of game time. Just saying. All right. Oh, 555. I need 111 gold. Oh, actually, you know what? Shit. Money, withdraw. I need to withdraw. I need to withdraw. Not 20. I need to draw.
Pivota?
I need to draw 12, I think. Is that right? Nope, definitely wrong. So it's 71. I want to get to 66. So that would be 4, 5. So I just need to withdraw 5.
Okay.
Yay! 666 in hell.
Wow. How fitting.
Alright, do we have anything worth depositing? I'm assuming we're gonna get burned in hell, so that one's probably fair.
Hello, you don't need money here. There's no Kecleon shops in hell.
I was trying to make the 666.
I don't know if he's actually being serious, actually. He says there's no Kecleon shops from what I remember, so I'm not sure.
Wouldn't that be crazy if there was like a random Kecleon shop while exploring the dungeon? It's like, Kecleon.
It's like,
hello?
What are you doing here? Excuse me?
And I believe, yes, I do recall that at the end of yesterday, or towards the end of yesterday's stream, we have 0 revival items left. So that's gonna be a ton of fun.
Whoa. What interesting music.
What's on this side?
Kind of mysterious, but they have like a xylophone kind of sound going on, which makes it kind of playful at the same time. Or kind of...
Revelation Mountain sucks if you're weak to flying. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Correct. True. It was all... Well, I mean, I don't even know if it was weak to flying, because the thing that ended up chewing through all of my revival items... The one that chewed up all of my revival items was Flygon using fucking Earth Power like 3 times in a row, chewing through like 9 revival seeds. If I recall
Yikes.
correctly, I even ended up having to abandon what's his face. I had to abandon Nuzleaf, which ended up being okay because he was evil. But like, I ended up having to abandon Nuzleaf because it's like, well, I don't have any fucking things left. Sorry.
Wait, so why was Nutsleep? What was the point of having a double agent in whatever the town we came from was?
I don't know, Saba. That I know as much
It
as
still
you
hasn't
do.
been revealed yet. He's just like, I'm evil, and we're like, okay, you suck, and
Pretty
then
much.
okay,
Seems
all
about
right. So it's like this is okay. So I'm assuming then you just ended the last stream with the cutscene. So
Pretty much.
okay, alrighty. So yeah, we're all fresh here.
Flygon wasn't in Revelation Dungeon. You're thinking about one of the random job dungeons you were doing before. Okay, that's fair. I mean, you can forgive me for misremembering because its name is Flygon in the flying type dungeon.
Grimy food.
Fun. I will say, by the way, I am trying my best. I did a lot of like breathing exercises and meditation prior to stream today. Purely because today I played a lot of Bloodborne, which has been great. I love Bloodborne. It's a very good game, but I'm definitely getting into that part towards the end where it's a bunch of like horseshit bosses in a row, like ones where it's like stuff where like I am swinging my giant ass sword at the boss and it is doing nothing. I don't even mean like doing little damage. I mean like it is glitching and sailing through their body, dealing no damage, and I'm like, fucking great, thanks.
I love it. Good game.
Flygon isn't a flying type, it's dragon ground. I thought it was flying ground. Am I wrong about that? Or am I thinking of it, or am I thinking of the thing where people were saying that it should be dragon bug?
Oh, dragon bug, I think.
Dragon bug makes a lot more sense for Flygon. But once again, his name is fucking Flygon, so cut me some slack.
Though, funny enough, wasn't that also a potential mistake that they made?
Yes, between that, between Flygon and Salamence. Because once again, Salamence makes way more sense for Flygon and vice versa.
It's pretty good. So how was your week?
You know, it was work. How was your week, Summer?
I got to go to an opera on Tuesday. That was fun.
An opera?
Yeah, it was like a kind of newish friend of mine. Used to work in the opera house, so she had friends there, and she just got 2 tickets, and she just asked me, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll go.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty nice. It's quite interesting though, because she was like, yeah, if it sucks, we'll just leave, and I'm like, there's just operas that just suck, I guess. It's like, why even make the show if it's just not good? It crashed. Well, I will say this hasn't happened in a long time.
It's true. However, time to restart.
We weren't too far ahead.
No, but still.
It is annoying, yeah. I also thought that my Wi-Fi was like, oh no, no one can hear me.
Oh, like it crashed wholesale. The entire, not just the ROM crashed. The entire thing crashed.
Oh, weird.
Great. Fantastic. You gotta love it.
I'll end off my thing, I guess, by saying it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. We were like high up enough that it felt almost like looking at like a miniature set. Like it was kind of pretty funny. in that regard. But the opera house itself is also really nice. Normally, I don't get to go to fancy settings. So it's pretty good. And we're back. Who do you think well, I assume our last boss is going to be, you know...
I'm assuming it'll be Yveltal with Nuzleaf there. And then that'll be it for the
Who
main
do you
story.
think our second to last boss will be?
So we're in the Void Lands right now, right? Which is like the equivalent of Pokemon Hell, essentially. I think that our boss here is going to be defeating Giratina to leave the Void Lands, like as if we were fucking Odysseus. You know what I mean?
That'd be really funny because, like, we had a Giratina, but it was a fake Giratina before. But now we're fighting a real Giratina.
Well, that was the thing, right? Where it's like, I don't know if literally every Pokemon that was out at the time is in this game. I would assume so, but I think that would be cool if you defeat Giratina in order to like earn your right to leave. I think that'd be fun. And then likewise, I think that the final one is going to be Yveltal. And then I think the post-game, I don't know, because the post-game in Explorers of Sky is apparently very unique because it's essentially just a second story, right? I haven't heard anything like that about this game, so I wonder if the post-game of this game is going to be just like a bunch of disjointed stories, which could be fine, right? That could be fun in and of itself.
Dang, once again, let us remind ourselves that apparently we're children.
Again,
this is happening to children.
For whatever reason, they very specifically wanted to make sure that we knew that we were children, and now we're in hell.
Mikey, what Japanese that I've learned, the little Japanese I've learned has taught me is that the middle symbol in that is no. That's it. I've learned a lot, clearly.
If it's the world of nothingness, first off, it's not the void of nothingness because it clearly has like lava and stuff, so that's definitely wrong in terms of like the naming convention. And B, wouldn't that make sense that that's where Giratina is? Because what was Giratina's dimension in Gen 4? Wasn't it called like the Void World or something?
I feel like that makes sense. Yeah.
It was I swear it was something like that. I don't quite remember though.
Come on, man! If you just set up your cards right, and maybe you get like a water source, you could turn this place into a great like hot spring. Okay.
Sabi, you have to die to come here.
Hey, might as well make the underworld a nice looking place, okay?
If you say so. All right. Back at it again.
Oh, she's just dead.
I hate this one.
He just evolved.
I love.
He's right. He just killed someone, and he's like,
I love it when the game randomly decides to just fuck me over like that. It's really good.
Well, you weren't kidding. This is the underworld, I guess.
I don't know, man. We should definitely have like a banter topic or something, because I'm definitely getting there. I'm definitely getting to that point where I'm thinking about just putting a stamp on the game.
You had a couple, but I could throw in this like really arbitrary one that's like, I guess, more in terms of what I like, but I thought it was really interesting, kind of psychologically, I guess. You're aware of the trope enemies to lovers, correct?
Yes, I am.
Right? And it's become like a huge thing. And so I got to thinking, like, you know, what are the reasons behind why people like it so much? And, you know, the first, I think most obvious one is that, oh, it's like conflict, and people like conflict, and people like, you know, seeing two people who initially had like a
I'm about to say, it's a built-in character arc, right? It's like an archetypal built-in character arc, which is fun.
Yeah, and I'm like, yes, that is true. I think, and that's probably the most obvious factor. But then it got me to thinking even more. And I actually think another reason why enemies to lovers is more digestible also to people is that there is no downside to the relationship. And I can kind of explain it in the way
what does that mean exactly?
It means that, so the opposite is like friends to lovers, right?
Sure.
In this case, I'm bringing up. So in friends to lovers, if something goes wrong, you will lose the friendship most likely. Most likely, there's going to be at least a shift in the dynamic of your friendship whether it's probably going to be bad if the relationship does not end up happening. Versus enemies to lovers, well, guess what? You kind of already hated each other. You really don't lose anything. And it just got me thinking, like, you know what, maybe that's also a reason why it's just easier and more fun to read enemies to lovers, is that if you kind of vicariously live through the character, well, guess what? Enemies to lovers is like the least risky relationship that's like out there. Because if you once again, if you mess up friends to lovers, guess what? You just lost a friend.
That is true.
So yeah, what do you think? Do you think my
I don't think your analysis is incorrect. I can definitely understand the idea of like enemies to lovers is purely additive, whereas friends to lovers is transformative, which could go wrong. I think that's not incorrect. I think that makes sense.
Then it was a very interesting thought process I had, because of course it's like the obvious was like the conflict, but I was like, yeah, what if there's like another layer to this that I never thought of before? So yeah, I think it was a very interesting time I had trying to like think this through, but it's also, I guess the outcome is also quite interesting, and I'm like, maybe that's also a reason why we had this like shift. But also, I don't think like friends to lovers blew up in the same way as enemies to lovers did. So I think there's also just maybe a little bit of, popularity out of nowhere coming in.
I mean, I don't know about popularity out of nowhere, but I do definitely think that there's a contingency of people who find like, I don't know, there's something about like having somebody that quote unquote needs fixing that's a lot more intriguing to people nowadays, I think. Because I don't know, there's definitely circumstances where it's like you have two people who are really good friends, and then their relationship, develops from there. And that's great and all, but wouldn't it be funny if Katra started dating Adora? Just saying.
Oh my god. So it's like, because I don't think there's anything wrong with, I think, friends to lovers, but yeah, the whole like boom of enemies to lovers got me really like, what's this? Why has it got everyone being like, hell yeah, to the nth degree? And it's like, I'm not trust me, I am a fan of it as well. I think it's really nice to have like start a relationship kind of tense and like, go through the maze of figuring out like, you're being stupid. No, you're being stupid. It's like, no, both of you are being stupid. Like it's just more fun that way. But yeah. Well, that's my really kind of quick little topic I wanted to chat about. Let's see. Going up. Your oldest one, I guess, for now, is what does, I think, percent chance mean?
All right.
Literally, it says, what does the symbol percent and then chance mean?
I'm going to double check this because I don't think... Incorrect, Saba. You missed a symbol in there, which is why I thought that it was wrong. It's -%.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mistype that, although I can forgive you for thinking that I might have. No. It was this came from I was trying out more podcasts again, just like checking them out, and I found one that was it was like 3 DMs who get together like once a month to talk about like their ideas for their tabletop campaigns and stuff like that. And it's a fun show. Mm-hmm. I like it. They don't have an enormous amount of episodes, but it's okay. But one of the things that they talked about was one of the guys on there was like, what do you think? So, in critting in D&D is rolling a nat 20, right? That means you have a 5% chance to crit by default. That's what that means, right? And so his thing was like, well, what if I curse you? Like, what if I apply like a magical effect that is, okay, invert all of your percentages in terms of like you have a negative 5% chance of critically striking. What does that mean? And after like a little bit of deliberation, they determined that in terms of like critical strike, negative chance to critical strike means that you have a 5% chance of dealing half damage instead of double damage, right? So it's literally just whatever the effect is inverted, but you still have the same chance of that happening.
Okay.
So hopefully the foundations of this concept make sense to you. You can let me know if it doesn't.
I think it does.
So
yeah, keep going.
the main reason I put this in here was that I thought it would be fun to do like a little thing of like, think of different things in video games, real life, whatever, that have like a percent chance of happening. And then imagine what like the opposite, like not even the opposite, like the inverse of that thing would be. So like, for example, the one that, what was the banter topic? You can get on at the next stop, Mikey. We don't have to repeat the whole banter topic. So what does a negative percent chance mean in real life, right? So let's say like you have a slot machine, right? And you pull the lever, and let's say you have like a 1% chance of getting a jackpot, right? Mm-hmm. What's the inverse of winning a jackpot at a casino? Saba, you're a writer. You should be able to think of something in like 2 seconds. Come on.
Yeah, the inverse of winning is not winning.
Thank you, Saba. So Mikey says going broke, right? So the joke I was gonna make, and this is like where I was hoping that Grant and Adrian, people who are a little snappier, would be able to chime in, of like, imagine you pull the lever on a slot machine, and then there's a 1% chance that like a big red light starts flashing, and a bunch of goons come over and just fucking steal your wallet.
Like you haven't even started like playing, and you just so happen to hit this negative percent.
It comes up, and instead of it being 777s, it's like triple image of like buff guy with hand and fist, and you're like, huh? What's that? And they just, come on, get over here.
Yeah, you just get taken out. Oh my god, it's like, are you cheating? It's like I haven't even started playing the game now.
I don't know. I just love the idea of good. Like, instead of having. I don't know. Like, I love the idea of like, I curse you with negative percent chance. It's like, what does that mean? It's like, oh well, on this day, there was a 1 in a billion chance that you were going to get hit by a meteorite. But today, because you're cursed with negative percent chance, there was a 1 in a billion chance of you shooting off into space.
Now, Zach, as soon as you said, like, thinking of negative percentages, like, my mind instantly went to someone saying, like, okay, the percent chance that you could get struck by lightning is, and I was like, right, oh my god,
the inverse of that? Are you punching a cloud? Like, what does that mean? What's the inverse of getting struck by lightning? Is it getting struck by a firebolt?
Like the ground, like, what is it? Like, you know how static works? Maybe it'll be something like reverse, like you'll get like super static shocked instead of like lightning coming up from you, right? You just touch something else that's like touching the ground. And then that's what gets you.
I mean, I suppose and so, but I don't know, like the thing, when I think of inverse, I like the inverse of a lightning bolt probably still isn't electricity. You know what I mean? Like the having the mechanics work inverse makes sense. But like, what's the?
Could it be like an earthquake instead? The ground splitting open and you just falling?
The ground splits open and a giant spike of earth just rockets you up into the stratosphere. And you're like, what the fuck?
And instead of burning you, it freezes you.
There you go. Well, I guess you get frozen because now you're in the stratosphere and you're about to die.
It's true.
That's pretty good. I like that one. Like what's a
wait. I find I love the idea of the negative percent chance of you being hit by a car is you just running into a car.
now, to be fair, that's much higher percent chance, but it is really funny. Oh, no. Hold on. You know how you know how you and Lawrence always make jokes about Truck Kun or whatever? Like that's a random percent chance of happening effectively, right? Imagine if instead of it being
reverse Truck Kun. Well, the truck gets isekai'd.
Yeah, imagine there's a percent chance that while walking along the sidewalk, you randomly rocket into the side of a truck and the truck gets isekai'd. You know?
That is fantastic. Oh my god, that's funny.
And I don't know.
Man, in that case, that's better for you though, right? That seems more like it's in your favor than against.
Well, I don't know. The typically, if a truck hits a person, the truck is gonna get damaged. So I guess if you hit the truck, you're probably turning into like goo.
That is, I mean, depends on how fast. I guess you're still saying like you'd be going.
You would have to be going
the truck at the same speed.
In order for the comparison to work, you would have to be going fast enough to kill the truck, which I think arguably means that you totaled the truck, right?
Okay. In that case, yeah, you're soup basically.
you turn into mist.
Oh my god, what are some?
What are some other like percentile things?
My mind, but that's not fun. Okay, my mind went to like, funny enough, the anime of like, what is it? Picking up like hot chicks in like a dungeon or whatever, and I'd be like, that's boring because the opposite of that is just meeting like
the one I was thinking of. Okay, yeah.
But my mind just went to, oh, you're just gonna meet someone that's like really ugly in the dungeon instead. So I'm like, that's boring. I gotta think of something else.
I like percentile.
Yeah, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Yeah. I don't know why my mind went to that, but that was just really funny.
Is Roxy dead?
What? Oh, what's the percent chance of ending up in quicksand or stepping on quicksand?
Well, is that really a percentile chance of something happening though? I don't know if that's necessarily the same. By the way, we're probably gonna have to repeat the entire fucking dungeon because this game hates me. Isn't that fun? Isn't this fun? This is such a fun game, guys. I'm glad that we're here.
Such a fun game.
I fucking hate this game.
Okay, what is the percent chance?
If I wasn't having fun with this conversation, we would be pivoting. I already looked up Wondermail codes. It's not the same. Like,
Mikey, feel free to throw out percent chances, and we can also.
Sure, if you want to. I'm about to say that would be fun.
Percent chance of.
Let's do like more video. Let's do like more video game stuff, I guess. Because like, what? Because like, what? Okay, so in Pokemon, any fire type move, I believe, has a 5% chance of burning the target. I believe that's how the game works. So, what's the inverse percent chance of burning your target? I guess it would be freezing them, right?
Or is it like you end up frozen?
Oh, because it's inverse. So okay. So you're saying is that if I have the curse of inverse chance, I cast Fireball or I do Flamethrower, and instead of my opponent getting burned, I freeze.
Yeah,
that's not bad. That's pretty
like
great.
Man, what about afflicting sleep? What would be the opposite of that?
It literally is. I did Wondermail codes for Reviver Seed. Well, so when I looked up the codes like weeks and weeks ago, because I was hoping to kind of boost the characters that way we could get through this a little easier and less frustratingly. And all I saw was that it was like event codes. Like it was like I didn't see anything like in Explorers of Sky where you could like generate a quest. It was like it looked like it was just codes for like, hey, put in this code and you get this gift. And it was all stuff like, hey, get a couple gold bars, get whatever. About to say, if you
Well, I
send
mean,
me
who knows?
the
If you get a bunch of wonder seeds.
Wonder Seeds. Yeah, this is what. Yeah, see, this is what I was. See, this is what I. And this is what I said. I mean, strength might be good actually, but also, don't you have to? Don't you have to pick these up? Don't you have to pick these up in town? And we can't do that no more since we're dead. It does have 5 reviver seeds. That is true. That might help.
We are dead.
You know what? That is pretty fair. Okay. Let's take another honest crack at this, and if it doesn't work, I'll go back to the title screen to get the 5 reviver seeds. It's better to have like literally any revivals as opposed to none. I don't know, man. It's just crazy. Like, I mean, this was also a thing in like the original game, or in Explorers of Sky, and the originals for that matter, where like the multi-hit moves are insane in this system. And the idea of like, hey, one of the basic enemy types in this dungeon has fucking pin missile, which is ranged multi-hit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You should not be able to cast a pin missile from more than a block away. Like, it should be like quick attack, you know? Anywho, do you want to keep going on about the inverse?
Yeah, I was trying to think
chance?
of inverse of sleep. What's the inverse of sleep?
Being awake forever.
But that's like weird because it's like sleep only is like applicable to a certain amount of time, right?
I suppose so.
So it's
yeah.
like, it feels weird to just say, "Oh, you're awake." Maybe like stunned is better. Like imagine, I don't know, it's weird. This one's a weird one. Man, they really did throw us into hell. That didn't go so hot. No, I'm pretty sure we are quite hot.
Dude, I just want to... Come on, I just want to go back to the fucking title screen. Can you not... Hello? Others...
To the entrance.
That's weird. How do I... Wait, can I not leave? Am I insane? Am I crazy?
Well, normally you should be able to.
I was gonna say, I thought you would just be in settings. Well, I don't want to necessarily... Well... If I guess I would have to, right? Because even if I go to the title screen, I'll have to go through that cutscene again, right? Yeah, I guess so.
Probably, yeah. Let's see, percent chance of it to suddenly start raining.
So what's
In
the
like a video game.
So what's the so what's the inverse of that? Percent chance.
I don't know. You'd get a hot flash? I don't know. They'd just be like.
Okay, hold on. Saba, you're gonna have to help me with this.
Sure.
You're gonna have to give me the. You're gonna have to give me the.
I'm gonna have to open this. You want the reviver seeds?
We'll do the reviver seeds. We'll do fucking TMs. We'll do whatever we need to get through this horse shit.
Okay. 1 X R 44 6 WJ.
Wouldn't it be funny if this is one of the ones that I did do?
you
previously?
used. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just not valid. I did do this one already. I hate this game. This game sucks. All right, I don't know. Let's try another one, I guess.
JR6.
JR6.
TW6.
TW6.
And then WJ.
WJ. Oh, sorry, I got hit. It's not valid.
Oh, hold on. God, there's so many numbers here. JR6TW. Oh, it's 63Y. I accidentally saw I told you the one right above it.
I can't believe you.
Apologies. I apologize!
Well, okay.
JR6TY63Y.
It's not valid.
Okay, well, I gave you that one, but let's just try the other one then, I guess. Just a Reviver seeds. These all I'm giving you right now are just Reviver seeds. 46, 42.
46, 42.
FT 48.
FT 48. Great. It's not valid.
Bro, I don't know. The last one, I guess, for the Reviver seeds is NIT 42.
And is it I or is it 1?
I believe it's an I. Yeah, it looks like an I.
Well, it can't be an I because I is not accessible, so it must be a 1.
I guess it has to be.
So N1T.
42 CK2.
It's not valid.
Yep.
Are these, what region are these codes for, by the way?
This is Japanese version.
Obo, can you tell Saba to use the link?
Use those. Well, I did
and
click
also,
on your link.
Also, if you were just giving me codes for the Japanese version, that won't work. We're playing the US version.
Okay, well, that was the link Mike had given me, but here's, I guess,
Can we ban Mikey?
He also
Can we kill him?
another picture.
Can we kill him, please?
I know.
Please,
He sent another picture.
please.
Okay. It's not the link, this one. Okay, I believe that's a 0?
It must be a
It's
0,
thinner.
yes.
Okay, so 0QY.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Adrian, the U is blanked out. I can't do nutsack. Sorry. Sorry. NQY.
NQY 6413N.
Oh.
Yeah, default N.
Yeah!
Yay!
Oh my god. All right, on to the next one.
Okay, next one is 91SR.
Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, I had to click on something. Okay, we're back.
91SR.
91SR.
2H5J.
2H5J. I think the game crashed. I can't do this anymore.
I do feel like we are a bit borked here.
Oh my god. Well, I don't know. What else are we gonna do? God, can we? God, come on! Can we kill the playthrough, please? I don't want to play this no more.
I don't know. I was going to miss the really cool stuff.
Yeah, but you don't have to be here. Is the problem? Like, you get to leave. You get to leave early. You don't have to suffer through the whatever. You get to just be on your phone looking at Instagram. While I have to suffer through this horse shit.
I am not doing that. Just reload and put it in the...
Mikey! I know I can reload. I'm trying to decide if I want to reload. I'm going butt fucking insane. What do you want from me? I don't know. I want you to have gone back in time and not suggested this game.
or play the game for us until the interesting parts.
God. Imagine a version of this playthrough, a version of this playthrough where we did just skip. We did just skip right to God, what's the name of the actual city? Is it Lively Town?
I thought it was Lively Town, yeah.
What was the name of the first one? The first town that we were in, wasn't that Lively Town?
Serene?
No,
Serene?
Serene Village. You're right. And then Lively
Yeah.
Town is where we got to the Expedition Society. That's where the game should have started.
We should have just met her, and she instead of like going to the village, she should have just been like, she should have just clotheslined us and have been like, "We're leaving, and I'm taking you with me." And then we end up in Lively Town. Well, at least we know that these codes work.
We're back, baby. Let's go.
Alrighty, from the top, 0QY.
You
64.
64.
13.
13 and
Accept the Revy.
accept the Revy. Next password.
Oh my god! No, hold on.
What?
Oh my cat just scared the hell out of me. Oh my god, that freaked me out for a sec. Oh, I have the letter. 91 SR 2.
Did this
What is it?
motherfucker just start walking away from the mic as she was reading off the code?
H5J. Hi, cat.
Accept the Revy seed.
Accept the Revy.
Accept the Revy seed. Next one. Next up.
H5F.
Got it.
Y94 8M.
8M. Got it.
8M.
Alright. Accept Revy seed. Next. Hold on before you say anything.
What? Save? Save? Quickly?
Alright. We're okay. We're here. We did it.
JR 411.
Wait, give me 1 second. Adrian made a
Yeah?
request.
Okay. You could do that.
Adrian, you can see what is here and what's not, right? Why did you make me type in boobless? Both of the people in the voice chat right now are certainly not boobless.
Yeah, I checked. I'm certainly not.
All right, sorry. What's the
Okay. JR 411.
code? JR 411
3QS.
3QS.
And what are you planning on doing with them,
You both will be
Adrian?
what I've done with you. Adrian, what the fuck are you doing? This motherfucker has time to torment us in chat, but not enough to be in chat.
N0R. Sorry, N0R.
N0R
7K 93R.
93R. Got it.
Hell yeah. Nature's knee pads.
Alright, accepting reviving seeds.
93R. So SR0. K5 QR9.
Accept reviving seeds.
Yeah, Rammy.
Give me a second. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
Got it.
Do you want me to give you all of, because all of these are just review seeds?
Yes.
One more?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that was the last one.
I do need. We need reviver seeds. We need orange berries. We need gold bars. We need some big titty women in here. Get me those codes. All right.
Oh my god.
I need a reason to play this fucking game.
W8P.
We're a whole generation away from Salazzle. Do you know how hard that is for me to not, like, we don't get that. Sorry.
I just imagine Law Punny looking at you going, huh, and then like leaves.
It was really funny because the Droppy Show did an episode where it's like redesigning our least favorite Pokemon, and one of the artists on there, Karina, she's very well known for like hypersexualizing almost every drawing that she does, like from Bugs Bunny to Goofy. You know what I mean? No matter what, she always tries to make it sexy, and so she's like. The problem with Lot Bunny is that the initial sprite that came out in Gen 4, where she has her like arms tucked up and it looks like underboob, it's like, you're trying too hard, man. And then because after that, when they transitioned her into 3D, she has her arms at her sides. She looks nuts. The entire, it's kind of like the Typhlosion problem, where like the whole design was balanced around her having her arms up like this, and now that her arms are just down to the side, she looks like really weird. And so Karina like redesigned it and just made like a really good like bunny Pokemon essentially, and that was like really wonderful. But while they were talking about it, they did the, you know, quintessential like listing off the sexy Pokemon or whatever. And it was funny because it's like they brought up Machamp and it's like, well, they didn't intend for Machamp to be hot, so ignore that one, right? And then they brought up Salazzle and they're like, what the hell is up with this one? Like, why? Like, clearly they knew what they were doing. It's called Salazzle. Like, what were they planning on doing here? And the consensus that they ended up coming up with was like, well, they're in Hawaii. You need to have a hot lady in there. And it's like, what? Anywho, sorry. What's the next code?
W8P.
W.
5.
E. 5.
Q. TSM.
Reeve Seeds. Zach, if you had to describe how the story meat has been distributed through your total play time so far, with a line graph, how would that graph look? I like story meat. What the fuck is that? That's some nightmare. That's some nightmare shit. I don't really. I can't. Okay, so obviously the de facto answer that everyone's gonna give is that there was no story because we were stuck in fucking preschool, literally in the game. Then there was like a little bump of story when we did the thing with Litwick, right? With the Litwicks and the fake Giratina, there was like a tiny bump of story. It's like, okay. Then we get to Lively Town and it was like, oh my god, is there gonna be story? Wrong. There's less story than ever now because now you're just doing like random quests every day. And it's like, okay.
For a long time,
and then Mikey's not wrong. Y'all missed it because it was just me. But then fucking shit hit the fan and the story's like way up here. And unfortunately, we haven't been able to make progress because the game is literally hell right now. You know?
We're literally in here.
It's like a straight line with two small bumps, and then it just goes straight the fuck up. And it's like, come on, guys. I know you know how to write.
You've done it before.
Oh, we'll put in the code before it crashes again. Fuck.
XNY.
XNY.
8PK40.
8PK40. Yes.
Do you want to save again?
Is it hell even with the free legendaries the game gives you? Straight up, yes, because most of the I have people that I can choose to team up with on random missions that are like level 70. Like they are way higher level than we are in game. The dungeon, I swear to God, it fucking scales with the average level of your party. Because I go in with like my level 70 Salamence ally or whatever, thinking it's gonna be a cakewalk, and then you know, a Machop walks up to me and karate chops my head from my shoulders in one shot. Like it one shots me, and I'm like, am I stupid? Like, am I dumb? Like, what's wrong with this fucking game? Or like a fucking what do you call it? A Rhyhorn, not even a Rhydon. A Rhyhorn uses Magnitude, and Magnitude wipes out my entire team. And I'm like, great, thanks, wonderful.
Great game.
Great game, wonderful game. Love this game. Glad we're playing it. What's the next code?
Y0F.
Y0F. 0 F
43 Y8M.
Y 8 M. Got it. Next one.
Y26
Y26.
TWCQM.
You gotta say it one more time.
TW
TW
CQM.
CQM. That's what you said.
Yeah.
More Revy Seeds. Obo, have you you have to upload a main channel video of you just screaming to your mic about this game. This is cold. I don't know. It was actually really funny. I did get a subscriber the other day, and I was like, what? It's been like 9 months since I uploaded. What are you watching? How did you find any of my videos to subscribe? Anyway.
Okay, so that was all of the reviver seeds. Now I've got one for Max.
Let me save then. Sorry.
Yeah, Max Elixirs.
We're gonna do orange berries. We don't need the Max Elixirs.
Accuracy drink, power drink, PP up drink, and then
hell
apples.
yeah, go nuts. We'll do all of them. Also, we want some TMs.
So no Max Elixirs. That's right. We're fine without that.
What the fuck? I paid that guy specifically not to subscribe to you. Wait, that's actually like an insane concept of Adrian paying like multiple people specifically not to subscribe. That's like way more people than those who are trying to subscribe. You have to be paying off like millions and millions of people.
Okay. I'll give you the Oranberry ones.
Got it. Yep.
N40.
N40.
P90.
P90.
CF.
CF?
Yeah.
As in frog?
CF. As in Frank.
What? It's 20 orange berries? That's crazy.
It's 20 per, Zach.
Holy shit, we're gonna be so rich.
R8 Y 48 QXR.
Okay, next one.
TWK.
TWK.
76.
76.
T10.
It crashed.
Oh, it crashed. Well, there we go. Look, you got all of the. You still got all the reviver seeds.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 2 codes of orange berries, and then I want to get some TMs going. I want to get, because I know that Riolu can learn strength, and strength is so much better than fucking vacuum slash or whatever it's called.
Okay.
So we got to do the first 2 orange berries again.
Okay, N40.
N40.
P90.
P90.
CF.
C frog. Got it.
Okay, and then the next one is R8Y.
R8Y.
48.
48.
QXR.
QXR.
Yeah, and you wanted me to go. What?
Hey,
Which one?
not-
Okay, let me look at
not-
the thing. Should work.
I mean, just say it. Just say it again.
R8Y 48 QXR.
Yep, didn't work.
R8Y.
Oh, I thought you said RQY. R8Y.
R8Y.
And then what?
48 QXR.
QXR.
I was like, it's not me who's messing up here.
It was me that
Okay,
time.
you want to go? You want to go straight to then the TM?
Let me do a quick save.
Because you have accuracy drink, power drink, PP up drink.
I'm okay
apples,
skipping
and then...
most of those because once again,
Okay.
it's just the like the game clearly wanted us to have been farming for items, and I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to have done that. So yeah.
Okay, so we've been given. So apparently this is the team for Shadow Claw.
Who can learn? Wait, fucking Riolu can learn Shadow Claw. Mikey, I entrust being the funny one to you. I must go. Goodbye, Adrian.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Farewell.
All right, yeah, let's do Shadow Claw. Sure.
We can do. Might as well do it. CMQ.
CMQ.
MFX.
MFX.
W6. We can't find Fennekin moves. Sorry, you can't find Fennekin moves. Yeah, more moves. So there's strength and sword dance afterwards.
I don't know about sword dance. I'm not some sort of nerd that actually uses stat buffing moves, so I'm gonna avoid that one.
Okay, I'll give you strength then.
It's
5 JMP. H7 K5. K5, yeah.
Strength. So that's probably both. Because strength is just normal, right? It's not a fighting type move.
I believe so, yeah.
So
that's what they did for the excuse of giving.
Can't find Fennekin.
Regular Pokemon.
Well, I'm assuming like flamethrowers on there, right? I'm assuming Fennekin can learn flamethrower.
Just if there's any like impressive, fire moves.
Are you getting this from like the website or? Oh my god, there's so much. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is such a what the hell? This is such an enormous list. Yo! Do you think you could learn poison jab?
I don't know.
Shadow Claw's pretty good. Neither of us can learn waterfall. I'd be baffled if we could. Oh, once again, these are for like gifts and stuff. You can't just.
I don't think as
for anything.
I don't think as a a fire type I'll be learning waterfall anytime soon.
Oh, I was looking at the Japanese version.
See, I also did that on accident.
Dragon Claw, Echoing Voice, Flame Charge. I think you actually know Flame Charge right now, so I think we can avoid that one. Rock Slide, Round, Scald, Shadow Claw, Smackdown, Strength, Thunderbolt. Oh, we should do a Thunderbolt. That sounds good. I don't know if either of us can learn it, but it sounds sick. Okay.
Zach just wants to have it in his pocket.
7, 6, 2. I lost it. Oh, 6-2 CJ. WF. Thunderbolt, thank you.
Thunderbolt.
Crazy they don't have flamethrower on here.
I don't recall the Fennekin line learning Thunderbolt in any game prior.
Well, I thought that was wasn't that a whole thing that I said where it was like we were gonna do a oh, you probably learn Aerial Ace, right? We could try an Aerial Ace, see if that works.
North American version.
9-5 R
Charge Beam. Thunderbolt Waterfall. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else to.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Gyro Ball.
Is there any codes on here for gold bars? Because I know we're not going back to town anytime soon, but it'd be nice if we had some.
Not that I can see.
Wow, 1 accuracy drink, 1 power drink. Thanks, guys. That's like, by the way, that's like a +1 to attack. That's insane that you think that that's even remotely equivalent. That's crazy. Use stat boosters multiple times. All right.
Okay, do you want to try going in with this?
Yeah, I think we should be fine. Let me do another.
Make sure to save.
Yeah.
Make sure to save, please.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, did you like that thing that I sent you in
No.
regards to you've been hold on. To like that analog horror makeup thing that seems to be trending?
Analog horror makeup thing. I don't remember you sending me that. When did you send me that?
I sent you that a little while ago.
I don't remember that.
Zach, I'm not paying attention to things I send him.
Excuse you. I pay attention to every single piece of boomer humor that you send me, so you should be more respectful.
Let's see. I'm gonna find it.
I don't get why a game facts thread has more codes than you think Cerebi would have everything documented. I actually do agree with that. I usually think that Cerebi has everything, but I guess not. Maybe it's because this game was garbage and no one liked it. Except for those with mental illness.
Oh my god.
Sorry, it's very mean. That's very mean. I apologize.
Here we go. I did send it to you. I sent it to you before I sent you the lore of every league champion dumbed down to a single sentence.
Oh, I guess I just didn't see it then.
It's pretty cool. I was like, analog horror seems to be seeping out into like even like the makeup community.
It's actually really interesting because Windigoon, the guy where I get most of my analog horror like knowledge from, he actually did a video last week, I want to say, where he was kind of responding to the community, not just his community, but like the horror community in general. Because apparently the overwhelming consensus as of right now is that analog horror is like on its way out. Because good series are becoming less frequent and like garbage series are becoming much more frequent. And so Windigoon was like, well, listen, I don't know if that's true or not, but here are two new, like just recently started, like only a couple months ago. Here are two new analog horror series, and I'll explain why one of them is really good and one of them is not as good. And I was like, okay, I'll watch this. And it was like, I want to say it was like a 3-hour long video, and I watched the whole thing. Guess what? It was a really good video.
Well, I know what I'm gonna be watching soon.
The Windigoon video?
Yeah.
I'm about to say, it's really good. And he does, and obviously a lot of the stuff he said is like opinionated because it's like his preferences. But at the same time, he does a very good job of like kind of validating his opinion in terms of like, this is why I think this is bad, this is why I think this is good. I won't spoil anything for you if you're planning on watching the video, but it's very good. And it's really cool because both of the series that he did stuff on are still ongoing.
Very nice.
That's kind of fun.
Did you like what I sent you later? The one where you got mad at me?
Saba, you're gonna have to be more specific because you send me a lot of garbage.
Oh no! This one is so not garbage. This is the one you sent me an angry face afterwards.
I don't fucking remember. You gotta help me out here, Saba. You expect me to remember everything?
It has certain properties. It has properties of two separate things.
both rubber and gum?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, bungee gum.
Bungee gum.
My sister had just finished like watching. I made her watch both the original version of Hunter x Hunter and the newer one.
Why would you do that to her?
She liked it. It was good. Okay.
Right, but why force her to watch the series twice? That's some
after having the
shit.
discussion. After having the discussion with you and realizing that my mind had just like made an amalgamation of both, I shoved both of the series into one version into my head. I was like, but the older version did such a better job in like multiple instances of like story, and they like removed or censored some stuff in the newer version. I was like, what? That girl elevator who punched the children was very amusing, and I want her to see it.
I remember you saying that, and then I went to watch like the scene independently, and I was like, yeah, why the hell did they get rid of that? It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I like the idea of this random elevator attendant actually being one of the strongest competitors in the tower, but she's just not interested in competing, so she doesn't.
Yeah, or she doesn't actually even know she's using now.
Yeah,
For some reason.
That is true. I forgot that that's how that's how that worked for her. That's really funny.
So and the whole thing with like Kurapika and like the little training montage, I was like, that was a really good scene. I don't know why they took it out. So, and apparently my sister had reminded me of like other things of like, yeah. So when they first meet, when Gon first meets like Leora and Kurapika, it's like I think it's outside of the ship in the older one versus like he gets on the ship and like there was just some stuff apparently they seem to have skipped over. Like even Gon like talking with his aunt about like I want to go, and he's like, what if I go catch the the giant fish in the
His aunt?
lake to I believe it's his aunt.
Is it not his mom?
He calls her mom. He calls her mom.
Wait, that's not his mom?
I don't think so.
Could you double check that for me? Because I believe you either way. It's just I just assumed that it was his mom.
Yeah, it's got Mito is his aunt.
Then why isn't he all bent out of shape about not knowing where his mom is, or is she just dead?
I think she's dead. I think she's dead from what I remember. But yeah, so apparently like they just
suggestions don't even need to say anything. It speaks for itself.
Oh my God! Oh, I'm so sorry, Mikey.
By the way, I did see that there was a Bluey video game that came out. It's on the front page of Steam. Yes, it did.
Really?
Yes, it's on the front page of Steam. And once again, congratulations. I'm excited for the Bluey team. They've made a good product. I will not be interacting with it literally at all. Oh shit, I'm full. I took too many reviver seeds. Probably don't need that many, maybe.
But yeah, so I don't know. She said she appreciated the original one, and she was kind of like, why did they take out some of the scenes? But of course,
how far does the original series go? I don't remember.
It goes, I think, it did not go to Greed Island.
Yeah, so it only did up to Arc 3, right?
Yeah, I think they
ended up kind of like trying to streamline stuff was the thing. Because now instead of 3 arcs where man, that would have been a much different show. Because like Arc 1 is great, Arc 3 is excellent, Arc 2 is garbage. That's a much different show. To have most of your show be very good, that's cool.
So, yeah, I sent that to you because we were talking about it, and I was like, I'm gonna send this to Zach.
Bungee gum.
Bungee gum.
Has both the properties of rubber and gum.
And she also mentioned like the differences between certain characters. So like she was like, yeah, Hisoka and like the original one was much more about like just wanting to like he had like a hunger for like fighting like strong people and cultivating like to go on to be like stronger.
He has that in the new show as well.
Oh yes, but let me change the word that I'm using. Instead of hunger, he has a thirst for strong people.
It's a lot. But the problem, if he has more of a thirst for strong individuals, it's kind of rough that 2 of the strongest individuals he can fight are children.
And well, the potential to eventually become, and I mean, the thing with in Chimera and Dark, like Gon's pretty OP, but yeah. Anyway, once again, Bungee gum, best thing ever. Kids has the properties of both bungee, or rubber and gum. Bungee.
I keep saying the same thing of like it has both the properties of bungee and gum.
Bungee and gum. So. Hey, that was good. I want to eventually end up watching Hitman Reborn with her. I feel like that'd be fun to rewatch that. I like Hitman. It's probably one of my top ones as well. But that was also like
I think you're insane.
One of the main ones I watched in childhood. So I think
you definitely have some
factor is really strong.
It's a fun show. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very fun show. Is it incredible? No. Is it worth watching? Absolutely.
It was incredibly fun, and that's why I would probably make like higher on my like list of stuff.
By the way, I realized the other day that I had never had the conversation with my coworkers about like, hey, what's your guys' favorite movie, right? And 2 of the 3 answers I got were pretty normal. It was stuff like, oh, my favorite was Jurassic Park 1. And then like
okay.
and then I think Rich said something along the lines of like, oh yeah, I really like the Goodfellas. And it's like, okay, that's fair. And then my other coworker, she's like, yeah, my favorite movie Surf's Up.
What?
The movie, the 3D
what?
the 3D the 3D animated movie where a bunch of African penguins are surfing. And I'm like, I'm like, really? That's your favorite movie? And she's like, yep, I watch it at least once a year. And I'm like, what? Once again, no problem. Like, I'm really glad that you have something to watch, but at the same time, what
type of personality does this person have? Because it's not to say it's a bad thing, but like, you know.
I'm not gonna be mincing words. Everybody at work is pretty normie core. So it's like, you know, it might shock you to hear this, Saba, but I consider them to be more normie than you are.
Oh, wow.
At least you know what Mario like is. You know? And I don't even consider that to be like new or weird. It's just like, man, I can't believe you guys don't know about this. Anyway. So did your coworker like Surf's Up too? Guess what? She didn't know there was a fucking sequel.
Oh my.
Right? Like I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Man, I'm happy that I've managed to officially like check off like, oh, what's the answer to what's my favorite movie? Though I'm still stuck on what's my favorite video game and book. So 2 more questions to torment me.
Gobo needs to take his normal pills. Straight up, I had somebody at work advise me to be a little bit more normal, quote unquote. You know what word I got grilled for using a little bit at work? Wantonly. That's a word that exists. I understand that word might not necessarily be the most common, but I did get some stuff in chat where it's like, really, Zach? Wantonly? You can't just say randomly. It means randomly. And I'm like, no, it's different. Like they have different. Like wantonly feels different. You know.
True.
Wantonly has like a little bit of malice implied in there, whereas like randomly makes it sound random. But I don't know. Like, did I already tell you guys that that people at work didn't know what what a harpoon was?
That's pretty insane.
How, like, not even necessarily like because originally it was. So I want to bring up that the initial thing that I was kind of referring to in the conversation was I talked about the Nantucket sleigh ride, which is like a thing where like the whale hunters would spear a whale and then the whale would like try to swim away and it would drag the boat behind them, right? That's a Nantucket sleigh ride. But instead of saying spear, I said harpoon. And then it was like, what's a harpoon? And I'm like, what?
What's a harpoon?
Yeah, and it was like, what's a harpoon? And I'm like, really? You don't know what a harpoon is? And then it's like, well, you know, and I look at one of my other coworkers who's like a little bit older, and I'm like, you must know what a harpoon is, right? And he's like, no, I've never heard of that before.
Wow.
And I'm like, is this what it's like?
And then like,
is this what it's like?
It's like, what planet are we from sometimes? I imagine if I was in this, just like, I'm like, what? Am I on Earth? Like, who hasn't heard of what? So, oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Roxy, stop feeding me orange berries and help me not die. This motherfucker is so fast. Never mind. He's much slower now.
And dead. It's like me and my parents, and well, and it could be like a cultural difference too, because like their first language wasn't English, but like they didn't know what a manatee was. I was just like, what? Come on.
I was just about to say, like, I thought you were gonna bring up like a manatee is like a creature. That's like relatively fair because there's tons of creatures that people don't know, right? Like that one's relatively fair. But I also can see the thing of like, you know, if your parents weren't necessarily culturally, because manatees don't exist anywhere other than like Florida. You know,
Manatees, they're so much fun though.
They
Sea
are.
cow.
Manatees are so fun. I love the sound that they make when I run them over with my boat.
Oh my god. You stop. Okay.
Do we want to go back to
at...
major topics?
Yeah, I was gonna go back to looking at your stuff.
I don't know. I might flag it.
Topic.
I think the inverted percent would be really fun to come back to at some point.
Yeah, feel free. Yeah, I think I can't really think of anything at the moment for that. I thought of the stuff that was that came up in my mind. I already said, but like besides those things, not really much else. So why does it's for kids mean that something can be bad?
Yeah, so this is a topic that we've definitely talked about before, like during the stream, where it's just like. This was from a little while back, like this topic. Let me see how long ago was this topic put in there originally? Yeah, that was from like all the way at the end of October. I also spelled something wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. It was, God, I want to say I was watching a movie review. Where it was like rapid fire, like horror movies and stuff, and they were giving grades to different movies, and they had this one where they were I don't remember what it was. It was like a 3D animated Halloween movie, like not very scary, just like clearly more for kids or whatever. And sorry, I'm trying to. I think I just died. Did I just die? My bad. Thank goodness this electrode didn't fucking evolve from killing me. That would have sucked a lot.
God, that's you're doing that. I was like, what the hell?
I mean, that's not the first time that that's happened, but I'm glad that.
Do you want to save?
I could save, sure.
Do you want to save?
Anyway, sorry to wrap up my thoughts so we can continue with the conversation. They were giving like out of 10s for all the different movies that they were talking about because apparently they binged like just a bunch of these all in a row. And for this one particular movie, they wanted to give it like a 3 out of 10, but they were like, it's for kids, so I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. And that just got me thinking where it's like, does it being like, because I want to point out that in the review, they weren't bringing up the, oh, it's for kids because it's like, oh, I'm not the target audience for this. They brought up the, oh, it's for kids as a way of like validating how terrible it was. You know what I mean? And so I guess that's just like a phenomenon that I never really understood. Oh, I will definitely.
Well, here, let me explain from the best I know. Kids are a lot more, I guess, like simpler in regards to the stuff, like complex ideas, right? They can't really comprehend, or they don't particularly maybe even care to comprehend really like 3 layers, 4 layers deep ideas. So I think what they're trying to say is that it's like a surface layer concept. It's really not that deep, and in some cases it's kind of like the motivation doesn't even really make any sense for it, but because it's like fun and flashy, like kids will still really like it.
But that's the thing. The movie wasn't fun and flashy. It was boring and ugly. That like
maybe he was just wrong in his assessment. I'm not sure.
And once again, that's where the topic comes from. Because it's like, obviously this guy can be wrong. Like that's a possibility that exists. But just the idea of it being like, oh, it's for kids, so that means it has the onus of being worse is like baffling to me.
Well, I just told you a reason that I think you can like agree with me, right? It has to like, you know.
Well, because obviously, I'm not gonna show a kid fucking Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. The kid's gonna fucking kill themselves before like that first half hour mark of that movie, because like yeah, it's not for kids. But at the same time, there are tons of things that are quote unquote for kids that are also like very deep and mature, and it's like there's this like really interesting phenomenon that really I don't know if it doesn't exist. I know we literally just brought up Bluey a little while ago, and apparently Bluey does this really well. But there's like it's like hiding the vegetables in your kids' food, right? Where it's like you want to make sure they're eating healthier, but you don't necessarily want to tell them that they're eating healthy because otherwise they won't like it. Like there was a story that was going around on Reddit that was really cute where this person was sharing a story from their childhood where it's like me and my 2 siblings, so 3 kids total, we had a single dad. Like he was a solo parent, and he was exhausted all the time because all 3 kids had way too much energy all the time. And so he had this like game where he would pretend to be a farmer who was, you know, preoccupied with other stuff, i.e. doing chores around the house, right? And the game was to sneak into the kitchen where the dad had already prepped vegetables to be eaten, like cleaned them, cut them up, whatever.
Yeah.
And the kids would sneak the vegetables, and if they ever got caught, the dad would pretend to be mad and chase them around the house for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And it's
That's
like
cute.
and it's like I bring that up in relation to like why does something being for kids mean that it has to be bad or mean that it's allowed to be bad? Because it's like I don't know, like there's so much like it offends me, not as a person who's obviously a man-child, but as a person who does care about, like, people's childhoods and stuff, you know? I hate the idea of, like, what's that new Disney movie that's coming out? Wish? I don't know if you've seen anything about it. It's apparently the most fucking cynical, nonsensical, like, clear money grab that Disney has ever made to date. And that's including, like, fucking Wreck-It Ralph 2. You know?
I found the story of it to be kind of ironic because a lot of people, and you may be like talking about this to a certain degree, but a lot of people are like, there's like a clear-cut villain, but then we were kind of like listening into, or like, you know, clear-cut villain that Disney's trying to like portray. But the guy's like, there's just this scene of like all of the wishes, right? And she's like, oh, so you're not gonna grant them? He's like, no, like I choose like some to grant when it's like beneficial for like the kingdom. And she's like, but that's like wrong. You shouldn't be doing that and stuff. And then just a bunch of people in the comments being like, what do you mean it's wrong? You shouldn't be granting everyone's wishes. What if someone, 1, wished like harm on you? 2, it's like you need to make sure like it's like for the good of the kingdom. Not everyone can have all of their wishes granted all the time. And so a lot of people be like, yo, is this gonna be a thing? Like we're on the king's side, man. And I was like, wow, this is really the irony in this is really weird. Pretty funny. But regardless of that, I mean, I would say it's a good level of standards that like you should just try to craft a good story, right? It doesn't have to be a bad story, even if you're air quotes making it for kids. I just think there's like people can get away with it more easily. Like lazy writing if like, you know, they make it flashy or something that like they're like, oh well, kids like fight scenes regardless of like the story behind it. As long as we have like a lot of fight scenes, the kids will be in like we'll get the money, you know.
I mean, you know, this is a dead horse obviously, but you know the one that immediately pops to my mind that people were saying like, oh whatever, it's for kids. Fucking Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, the game.
Where it's like, you know, the game is literally shitting its pants trying to actually run, and people are like, who cares? It's a game for kids.
Okay. Right? Now we're throwing in, okay, this is another variable, I guess, that I wasn't actually thinking about.
Because you were thinking of it in terms of like, story.
Yeah, okay, now you've introduced me to the idea of like, wow, a company has a really exorbitant amount of resources, but they somehow manage to give you subpar. And what's frustrating, see, also, this is also on the level of like, imagine if like and I guess in my mind I was like, imagine if the series or whatever came out and they started off just being bad. No, I guess in Pokemon's case, they started off by being really good and then apparently jumped into the dumpster themselves. In regards to
once again,
graphics
we've
and
talked
stuff.
about this to death, where it's like it's not necessarily their fault. It's the insane timetable that they're being like forced to make the games on, yada yada. But it's
and
just
like yeah, lack of like.
But once
resources
again, this
and stuff
isn't
like
me.
that.
This isn't me complaining about. I guess it kind of is tangentially, but it's not necessarily supposed to be me complaining about the quality of the recent Pokemon games. It's more me complaining about like the people who go like, who cares if the new Pokemon game is bad? It's for kids.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Those people are dumb. But yeah, the idea of that, like, because yeah, I was coming at it from just kind of more of a surface angle of yeah, they release a series and it's just kind of bad from the get-go. But if it's this kind of thing where it was good and then it went to bad and then it went to like, in those cases, is I'm like, you really don't have any excuse unless there's like a specific context that like explains it away. But at least in regards to like Pokemon, there is no context that like knowing like we understand why it's like bad, but like the reason for why it's that way, there's like no excuse. Like the Pokemon company could have done something. They just decided not to. So in those cases, I'm like, wow, you guys are. Then it feels like a money grab for sure. Then it just feels like you really don't care. You're just out here to get more money. So yeah.
I mean that, like, you know, obviously that's the topic. It was just like in this one particular instance, and then obviously there's a lot more instances of people being like, oh, it's for kids, so why do you care so much? And it's like, well, you know, do you really like I don't know, like this is obviously like not the same thing, but when I hear somebody say like, oh, it's for kids, so who cares whether or not it's good, I'm like, wow, do you really hate your kids that much? Right? Like
that's also true. It's like, yeah, wouldn't you want your kids to have
your
like
kids to have the best
stories?
experience possible? Like, why are you like, oh, who cares? Like, isn't that kind of batshit?
I agree. Yeah.
So, anywho, that's the topic. You are correct. I should save.
Yeah, it just always like. It also makes me think of like when people, and this is like not exactly the same thing, but like when people say like, oh, anime is for kids. And I'm just
anime
like,
is definitely, well, people say
what?
anime is for kids because they think that it's cartoons, and it's like, no, it's not. It could be.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just like, man, my mind just tangentially went to that, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, no.
Oh,
No.
by the way, this is like a tangent, but I wanted to bring it up because I thought it was interesting. Hello? Normal type moves became electric type moves. What the fuck? What the hell? What a weird thing. Anywho, sorry. Oh, and my strength doesn't work because he's immune to electric attacks. Oh, that's interesting. That's never going to be useful ever again, but that's pretty cool. Wow, I'm sorry I bit your ass twice.
You crit him. Okay, well that one was pretty good.
What was,
yeah,
what was I just about to say?
I don't know, you were about to start a tangent, and
I was about to start a tangent, and I immediately forgot what the tangent was. Oh, yes.
Well, rip that.
No, I remember. There was I was reading back through some Pathfinder stuff, and in Pathfinder First Edition, not about Pathfinder specifically, but in the book, they always refer to people as he or she. And I don't mean like, oh, this is a he and this is a she. I mean like, instead of saying they always say
it's like
he or
she.
Well, not even he slash she. It's always he or she. And I was reading through the thing, and I was like, dude, you could cut down on your word count by just saying they. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? And then I learned, because I looked into it, I was like, why do I see this all the time? Why do I see so much insistence on saying, like, or like when someone is typing or someone is talking about like a nondescript other, they'll often use the same pronoun that they use. And I was like, why is that? That's so strange. Obviously, there's a little bit of habit when it comes to using pronouns and stuff, but at the same time, I was like, why is this so specific where it's always he or she? And I looked it up, and apparently, like,
It's like Old English or
yeah,
something.
well, not even Old English. Apparently, like 40 years ago, 50 years ago, that's what they taught you in school. They taught you that that was proper grammar. That they was non-specific and ergo rude. And it's like, oh, no wonder all these
that's
like
interesting. Yeah.
no wonder all these like old people always say they, or sorry, always say he or she because they think it's rude because of what they grew up learning.
That was cool. It was cool to know. I saw it, Mikey. It's really good.
Let me see. I'll joke this. Joking using violence as strike. Anywho.
Oh, there's like I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know if yeah, there was a little bit of a, oh my god, what is it called? Like a fest, like a cozy fest that was happening. Pretty good.
On Steam, I did see that.
Yeah, it seemed.
Oh, by the way,
demoed
next
like
week is
3
the autumn
games or
sale.
something.
I don't know if you're interested in anything. I know.
Oh,
I know you.
well, I gotta keep my eye out for that.
So, sorry, not did I say autumn fest or autumn sale?
That's what it's called. Sale, I think.
Okay.
Fall sale.
Keep in mind the autumn sale is typically for like cosmetics and stuff. It's usually like because the autumn sale, especially this year. And by the way, the autumn sale is very late this year. Typically, the autumn sale is like beginning of October. This time, it's like end of November, which is hilarious because then in 2 weeks, it's going to be the winter sale, which is the one where everybody slashes their prices by like 50 to 60.
Okay, so most likely, if I want to buy anything,
you should wait.
Winter sale.
But
yeah.
I just bring it up because it's like you should check it out just in case.
We'll do, yeah.
Let's do another banter topic, Saba.
Okay.
Man, whoever put these banter
it.
topics in there did a really great job. These are really engaging and fun to talk about.
I know. They're great, thank you. Well, I don't know. I like my little thing I was talking about at the beginning too.
I don't know. I think it's garbage. I'm just kidding.
How
Kidding.
dare you?
Kidding.
I'm gonna skip that one for now.
What are you skipping?
but I want to give AI voiceover a shot though.
Oh, I think I talked about this. Oh, but don't forget
Let's
alliances. I'm not going to use
do
alliances.
it.
I don't want to use alliances. Alliances are annoying. I just want to play the video game. Mikey, get mad in the comments if you think that I shouldn't use alliances. Yes, so I think I might have already talked about this on stream. I don't know if you were here, maybe you weren't, but I could probably...
I mean, is this related to the whole thing about, I don't know if it's like Northern Lion or whoever
so
it was?
It was
you were
Wooly,
like...
it was Wooly Madden, one of the members of the Super Best Friends.
Yes, and then you were like, he was making this stupid thing about just being like, yeah, I'm just gonna let AI do voiceovers for that. And you're just like, eh.
So there's a little bit of an update. So apparently that's how old this is. I very well respect your opinion, streamer. Oh, it's okay. Fuck! He's trying to double negative me into actually using alliances. Anyway, what was I gonna say? So, brief summary. Wooly Madden really wanted to read this story that was written by the same guy who wrote the story for Disco Elysium, and apparently it's very good. It's like 90 pages. It's a short novella sort of thing. But just reading something on stream is obviously fucking suicide. You can't do that. So what he did was, in the background for the past couple months, he was working with like different modders and different programmers and stuff like that. And he created an AI voice like simulator of his own voice. And then they made a thing that would simulate the like UI of Disco Elysium, but they replaced all the text with text from this story. I want to say it was like a Terrible and Sacred Air is the name of the short story. And so the idea was that they would go line by line, the AI would read off the thing, and if something interesting happened, him and his co-star would just talk about it, right? Well, the update was that they didn't end up using the AI voice call thing. They didn't end up using the AI voice because Wooly was very disappointed that literally the only thing people were talking about leading up to the event was that he was using an AI voice like simulator. Like that's all. No one gave a shit about the actual story. No one was talking about it. No one was excited for it. They were just talking about him using the AI thing. So he was like, "Fuck it, we'll just read. That's okay." We did that for Disco Elysium. Like they did that for their main playthrough, and it went totally fine. So they'll just do
Yeah.
that. They'll just like each passage they'll swap back and forth, kind of like what you and I did in Paranorma Site, right? Guess what? It went fantastic. it was one
Good
of
on
his
them.
it was one of his like least popular streams of all time because he was literally reading a book for 3 hours. But at the same time, it was really cool, and there's a lot of really interesting discussions in there. Fucking Wooly almost cried on stream, which is kind of nuts. Because he's very much like buttoned up in that sort of way. But the thing that got him really emotional was that towards like the middle of the book, the book is kind of told in like a in media res style, but it's not like the narrative is in media res. It's literally the book is starting in the middle. So in the middle of the story is where you get the intro to the world. And so they're reading about like the history of this part of the world and yada yada. And you'll forgive me for paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact line, but it was something. And once again, Wooly was reading this, and he was like, he was reading something along the lines of like, and their people were subjugated. They were called blank, and it was like, made up slur, right? They were called blank for so long, so frequently that they integrated it into their society, and they began to call themselves that. And Wooly got really quiet and fought back tears for like 2 minutes because as a black man, that hit home. And he was like, and he was like, this was incredible. This is one of the best short stories I've ever read, and it was just really interesting. So anyway, that was all that. There's not really much to discuss. I guess it was just kind of it's kind of cool that there was an update though. Well, to be fair, it's a sensitive topic, even if it's your own voice. And voices always gotta be a touchy subject, regardless of what the context is. Yeah, that's one of the things that kind of rubs me the wrong way about Doug sometimes. But at the same time, Doug's videos and content are so high quality that I give him a pass personally. But he uses AI for fucking everything, and I'm like, I don't know, man. You should probably fight back against these influences a little bit more than not at all, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay, so what's happening in game? Have we made it?
Well, we're in a cave, I guess. Denene got petrified, so they must be in a different part of the Voidlands.
Unless this is a lie.
Unless it's a lie and we're about to do a boss fight.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll see dinner. What if dinner? No,
what the
here.
hell?
Okay.
Why is this like why is this like honeycomb?
Oh, everyone turned to stone. Got turned. Oh,
that's what I just fucking told you.
Okay, I was a little bit confused. I didn't realize we also got. Okay.
Yes,
I guess. Yeah, you're right. Because we're just dead.
Everybody who was there at the top of the mountain got petrified first, and then Yveltal like petrified the vast majority of the surface world.
But I mean, all of the legendaries should be down here, I guess, too, right?
Correct. I think that's the point. I think that's what we're gonna do. Mikey says it's like, sure, it's your own voice that you're giving consent for, but because all the bad actors that outright steal voices for AI, chances are it's never going to be looked in a good light. Yeah, I can see that. Like there was sorry, I know I'm taking away from this like scene or whatever, but one of the things that was really interesting, this other podcast that I was listening to, Last Podcast on the Left, highly recommend them, by the way. They do great work. They had like this they do like every other week they do like a shorter segment instead of like their main show. And so last week was their shorter one, and they were talking about how they had like, because they're one of like the most popular podcasts on like Spotify or iTunes or whatever, and they watch like the rankings as they shift. And like they were talking about how it's really weird to see multiple AI podcasts break the top 100 last month. and it's like,
Oh my
well,
God.
what's an AI podcast? And it's
Yeah.
literally just 2 to 3 AI voices, like AI whatevers, just talking to each other about whatever. Like they're like, the first one is fed a topic, they say something, and then one of
The
the
other
other two
AIs
just
respond.
decides to talk, right? And they just record that for 40 to 45 to 60 minutes, and then they upload that, and you can and because it's AI doing it, you can upload one of those fucking 2 times a day, right? It's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. Doug, this is hello, Lawrence, by the way. Doug gets a pass on the AI
Hello,
stuff because
Lawrence.
it's either his own voice or his friend's voice with consent. Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of what I'm getting at, where it's like,
You
it's the
signed the contract.
it's the popularization of like the AI tools and whatnot, but then he makes his own tools. So it's like, once again, I think I don't like the AI stuff, but I think if someone is doing it correctly, Doug is as close as you can get right now to doing it correctly. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, let's continue with the actual video game. We spent like fucking 40 minutes earlier just doing codes, and now I'm just talking.
Voidlands.
How did Mawile already know this existed?
Wait a minute. So is this this is a very specific place to when people are turned to stone they show up here?
I think based on how it is in Japan, I think that this is supposed to be where Pokemon go when they die.
Okay.
I know she just said like about turning to stone. I do think that this is supposed to be hell. Or the underworld, rather.
Yeah, the spirit of Pokemon that have been turned to stone are locked away here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I forgot to mention this. For whatever reason, you can read the ancient Pokemon language. Don't know why.
Me? Okay.
Wouldn't that be insane if, because remember, you were also adopted by Terracosta, right? Wouldn't that be insane if you were also a human?
Oh my God. They're all apparitions made up. Must continue. Oh, I was wondering, how are there Pokemon here? No, they're all phantoms. That's good. That's a good bit of writing.
Well, I mean, but that doesn't make... Okay, I want to say that is really cool, but unnecessary because Yveltal did petrify the planet.
Yes, yeah.
So we don't really need that. It is really interesting though, because us being here in the Voidlands, I think is very much supposed to be the same emotional resonance as going to the Dark World, right? Like after Dust Noir pulls you into the future.
Yeah, I guess both of these are kind of pretty mind-boggling, right? Because the one is like you're going into the future.
And this one is like you are in the
dead?
fucking underworld. You are dead.
Yeah, you're dead.
You have died, motherfucker. I was being a scared Delicatty? What?
Scaredy Delicatty. It's like a scaredy cat.
I know
but
it's scaredy cat, but is there really no other Pokemon that has the word cat in their name?
Scaredy Delicatty.
Dude, no, actually, fuck you. This would be way better if it was Scaredy Skitty.
I don't know.
Right, come on, writers. Like, that makes way more sense.
Do we have more people in our team now?
It'd be cool if we were going with Denana and Mawile now. Twice as many people to chew up my resources.
Make sure to save.
Let's deposit all of them. Ah, you gotta love an entire page of just Reviver Seeds.
Just Reviver Seeds.
It does the body good. Alright, let's do a manual save real quick. Yeah, anyway, so that was that whole topic. I know we're kind of blowing through topics here, but I guess this is the best time to be blowing through topics, right?
That is true. I think we're just going into. Yeah.
I think we're just
more
doing the
dungeon, right?
next half.
Yeah, grab one.
Well, I know who I'm putting on.
Yeah, you kind of have to, just because of if the levels do scale, yeah.
Oh, give item number 3. You get the spell. Oh, that works really well, actually. Special attack, looplet for the person who's using like lightning moves. Hell yeah.
Very nice.
All right, well, we're off to see the wizard again.
Back
Sava.
at it.
Wouldn't it
Okay,
be
next one.
Wouldn't it be fucked if the person that you didn't choose died?
Oh God.
Anyway, yeah. What's the next one?
The next one is in a bit, in a while, in a long time, and forever.
Yeah, this one probably be better as like a group discussion, but we can bring it up now because I do think it's interesting. So the context for where this came from was I was asking my mom, hey, where did you put X, Y, or Z? I was looking for an item and it was like, and she was like, oh, it's been on the counter like behind you for a while. And I was like, really? And I look around, sure enough, the thing I was looking for was on the counter, and I was like, okay. And then she was like, yeah, like giving me scuff about it. And then I was like, what do you mean for a while? I was down here earlier today and it wasn't on the counter. And she's like, well, And I was like, no, like when I think
I don't know.
When I think of a while, and once again, I want to point out, I was making this argument in jest. I wasn't actually trying to give my mom friction, but it was the please stop hurting me. Ow. When I think of something being for a while, when I think of for a while, I think of like a month.
What?
That's a while to
month?
me. What? Okay.
Like I would say,
what
for
is
like
the
a few days.
What is the smallest? What is the smallest amount of time that you would still qualify as for a while?
Okay. Okay, it's either I'm seeing if whether or not a couple of hours is enough for me. For it's been there for a while. Yeah, it's like half a day at least.
Okay, I mean, I can agree with that. What? Perhaps my thing is just a little too extreme. Because once again, I think so. I do very much think. Well, because the reason why I say that is I'm thinking of it now because I think I had others listed on there, right? I'm realizing now that if I use the phrase, let's say toaster, right? Just for the sake of actually formulating sentences, let's say like, oh, the toaster's been there for a while. That is a longer period of time than me saying, oh, the toaster's been there forever. In my mind.
For what? It's longer than forever? Oh, Jesus Christ. What is...
Well, because forever is an inherently nonsensical, like, span of time for anything to have existed anywhere.
No, it's been such a long while that you can't even quantify how long it's been. So it's forever.
Didn't it just suck out that alien's electric brain? Did you see that?
I don't know. I missed it. I was too astounded by your
all right, have a good glass of milk. I'll be back in a while. I'll see you next month, Lawrence.
See you apparently never.
No, see you never means that you are jokingly saying that it's going to be a long time. That's what that means.
Oh, is it? Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
God, so then what about... So in a bit, right? We'll see you in a bit. In a bit feels like
in a bit
could be a few minutes to half an hour.
Must be a short period of time.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, in a bit implies that I'll be back at my earliest convenience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as soon as I am no longer. Sorry.
Still feels like in this case too. If we're just substituting right in a bit for in a while. Or in a while for in a bit now. That feels like a couple of hours.
Saba, you're killing yourself.
I'm killing everyone?
No, you're killing yourself.
Oh, I didn't see
Oh, it was
me
a
off
ditto.
screen.
And also
I just saw me.
And also this
on
dungeon,
one Fennekin, and I was like, what's happening?
This dungeon has consumed 2 of our Reviver seeds already. Thank God we
Oh
have
my
like
God.
50.
Yes. So in a while it means like I'll have it done in a while. Like it means like a couple of hours to the end of the day, in my mind.
In a while.
If we're substituting, if you just said like I'll have it done for you in a bit, or
the
I'll have
list
it done for you in
The
a
list that I
while.
have on there, can we go through them and determine which
That's what
ones can be done within a day? Not because like I wanna if we can, I wanna define which of these can be used or would rather commonly be expected to be within a day.
Well, let me tell you, you only got
obviously
2
within a
here.
day.
Yeah, in a while, I also think it can be done within a day. Like if it's the start of the day, I'll have it done. It'll be done in a while. Like it'll be like a couple of hours to the end of the day at most.
Okay.
In a long time, that feels like it's like you're not.
I haven't seen you in a long time. That must be over a day. In fact,
Yeah.
I would say that's at least a week, if not a month.
Yeah, seeing someone within like even like the next day, you just like it's a jest to say like, oh, I haven't seen you in a long time, right?
Right.
It's literally like you're being ironic because you have seen them. In Forever is also in Forever. I think I would probably agree with you a little bit in terms of it's a less quantitative time frame. Normally, it's still like a long time. Or it's like you feel like you haven't done X in a while. Like it's more based off of feeling rather than like reality. Like, oh, it feels like forever since I like write a book, right? And when in reality it's been like 1 or 2 days.
So in actuality, because it is used as a juxtaposition to reality, it's actually much harder to define.
Yeah, for the in Forever, yeah.
Okay, I think I can agree with that. That makes sense to me.
But yeah, I think you need to readjust your mental dictionary for in a while, Zach. It's not. I
think you're wrong.
It's not monthly.
I think you're
It's
wrong.
not a monthly base. I think you're crazy.
Well, okay, listen. If I told you that the toaster has been on the counter for a while, how long has that toaster been on the counter?
It's either been there for like most of the day or a couple of days.
Most of the day or a couple of days. Okay. So definitely not within the hour.
A month. Definitely not within the hour or like a month.
Okay.
Queen your term. Quickly leave.
It'll take him a while to redefine that phrase. Lawrence? You fucking mind? I'm also playing a video game here. I don't have the luxury of like just being able to be like, oh yes, what are my thoughts on the subject? That's what Saba sounds like in my mind, by the way. Saba goes, oh yes.
Oh yes, indubitably.
Adrian and Lawrence haven't been in voice chat for 2 weeks now. So first off, you're probably thinking of Adrian and Grant. Lawrence is not Grant. They're different people. Grant is really busy all the time. This week specifically, I believe his mom's visiting, so he's preoccupied with that. Lawrence, not Lawrence. Adrian, I'm assuming is doing D&D stuff, so that's why he's not here.
Yeah.
And then, and my suffering duo. And then Lawrence hasn't been like on the show for, I don't know, since the listed retail price. When was
Pretty
that?
fun.
Did we do that for like a holiday?
It was for your birthday. I think.
It was for my birthday, so he hasn't been on since August.
I like, so this is Jesse's thing, but I want to like kind of bring it up. That's gonna dock their totally legit pay. True. I like this And obviously, we can talk with Jesse when he shows up.
Oh my god, Saba, look at this. Do you see what's in my looplet?
No.
Give me a second, let me show you. Boom!
And toughness.
Top as hell! Top as hell! Let's go.
True. According to the Barbie movie, Barbie and Barbie Land are essentially SCPs.
Yes. So
which is crazy. Yeah.
So in the Barbie movie, Barbie leaves Barbie Land and goes to like real life, and there's like the real world. But Barbie Land is in the real world. It's just an entire micro society that is completely cut off from everything else. It's like a gated community with that doesn't know that it's a gated community. And so, yeah, Jesse is right. It's really fascinating that like it is technically like an SCP because it's like, yeah, did you know that if you drive out into the middle of the American desert, you will find an entire world comprised of like pink and white plastic where women are the dominant species. It's like
it's pretty funny, the idea of it. Yeah,
I like it a lot. It's really oh my god, can you hear me say something?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh my god, oh sorry, I scared the shit out of myself. I heard the doo-doo-doo of my of my controller disconnecting, and I thought all my audio got redirected again. God.
Okay, we're gonna get to this cutscene. Hold on. She's gonna read. What is it gonna say?
I'm gonna say real quick.
You do that. That's a good idea. Why do Pokemon become stone? Dark matter is the source of all. Whoa, Jesus.
Shut the fuck
Dark
up,
matter.
dude.
Science.
Wasn't dark matter the name of the bad guy from Gates of Infinity? Gates to Infinity? Because like if I remember correctly, the ultimate bad guy in Gates to Infinity was like just like a ball of like darkness or something.
Dark matter will continue to turn Pokemon into stone and enlarge itself.
No, the bad guy in Gates of Infinity was bitter cold. That's what I thought.
Dark matter. Give it all.
So is dark matter just like a weird entity? Because that was the thing, right? Was that in Gates to Infinity, Bitter Cold wasn't a Pokemon. It was just like an entity, if I remember correctly.
Okay, well, there's more writing, so look out for Void Shadows. Void Shadows will make the...
It cuts off? What the fuck? They died, like, while carving into the stone?
I wouldn't any playing this for the first time saw dark matter and thought, Kirby.
That's true. That you know what? Extremely fair. What in the world are Void Shadows?
What if they're like doppelgangers?
Man, wow, how long have we been going for?
Yeah.
Wow, we've already been going for 2 hours? That's crazy. It feels like we've made no progress.
That sounds kind of
Weasel! Hello! Yay!
Yay! I mean, everyone's not here, or you would have, what is it? The big boss here as well.
Tama, do you not listen to the words that I tell you?
Oh, you said they didn't get
petrified.
Okay. You're right. You know, I wasn't saying. I'm just saying that the wording is technically not correct because even though they're not down here, that doesn't make the full team, right?
You're right, Saba. Everyone's not here.
Okay, now it's gonna happen. Keep hope alive.
That's a Void Shadow. Wow, I loved you just clipping through the floor instead of actually animating. That's fun.
What are you talking about? That's so legitimate.
Oh my god. Chapter 18.
Chapter 18.
Hope.
Hope, oh my god. We're getting out of here.
I think it really goes
Make
to show.
sure to save.
I think it really goes to show what my mental state is like while playing this. Because once again, I know that I was already preempted to be frustrated because of like Bloodborne today, but it really goes to show my mental state that I'm like, man, are we gonna have to go through another fucking dungeon? Like, you know.
Thank you, Mikey. Yes, I know. Okay.
Frost, Jirachi,
Thanks for the
and Expert
quick
are still
recap.
alive. They resurfaced our revelation at the events at the end of the last stream. That's what.
Okay.
That's what Mikey said.
Let me go down. Oh, you brought up live action Zelda, and I'm cringing on the inside.
Well, so the live action Zelda in particular, I find it interesting to discuss because on the podcast that I was listening to, the Castle Super Beast cast this week, they brought up who the hell are they gonna cast to be Link?
I don't know, but it's gonna be I don't think everyone. It'll just be another thing of like a lot of people be like, no. I don't think there's a perfect person.
I genuinely think that no matter who they choose, unless it's a completely unknown person, right? Who just so happens, because one of the guys, Pat, defined who the actor is gonna have to be to play Link. They have to be the most feminine, but definitely still a guy actor in the world, because that's Link to a T. Link is so feminine.
Link is a beautiful man, basically.
It's not even just that he's a beautiful man, because it's also not that he's androgynous, right? It's not that he's like, oh, he could be either way. It's like, no, he is the prettiest elf boy the world has ever seen. And it's like, and it's kind of nuts to think of like, who the hell do you cast for that?
On a
I don't
guy.
think there is anybody.
I don't know. By this point, like, I'm almost even angry because I've like kind of. What? We have the full team.
We have the whole fucking team. Okay.
So by this point, it's like I'm not even mad. I'm just kind of like, I don't think it'll amount to anything.
I don't know
it's like,
why the live action movie is gonna be, or sorry, I don't know why the Zelda movie is gonna be live action though. Like, because I
think because they're like, oh, Barbie did so well.
No, but genuinely, I do disagree, right? Timothy Chalamet.
Well, because Mario, because
Timothy Chalamet looks nothing like Link, though, right? Like Link doesn't have a fucking square for a head.
Timothy
Chalamet is like
like
a piece of shit, isn't he?
he's got a younger face, but it's not even just about being younger. I think like Link's like this really weird. I don't know. Link exists on his like own realm of like.
I'm about to say, you know how there's like a spectrum to like male to female allegedly, or like masculine to feminine. Link is just like off that chart, like horizontally into like the ether.
But the thing is, it's like he's still got like a pretty nice like jawline, but like the rest of his features are very like more like softer. Like even though his eyes are like sharp, they're still like, it's weird. It's incredibly he's a game character, okay? not real. That's why they can make it like it is. But yeah, it'll just be another thing that I'm like, But also, I was going back to your thing about like the only other example that they had was like the Mario movie, and that wasn't live action. It was just
so. And I'm glad that you brought back to that, because that was kind of my point. I guess was that like I don't understand why they want I think they want the Zelda movie to be live action because it takes much less time to make a live action movie than it does to make a animated movie, right? But it's like. And once again, this is me straight up stealing a bit from the Super Best Friends cast, or sorry, the Castle Super Beast podcast. But like, 100%, if you wanted to do a, oh, am I dead? Oh, I'm not dead. Yo, my toughness. Oh no, my toughness emerald died. It died protecting me. But yeah, if you wanted to do a Zelda movie correctly, you would need to team up with Studio Ghibli. Like straight up, 100%. It's the only studio that can capture the same sort of like solemn, melancholic vibes.
I'm
like,
assuming you're still saying
Zelda
like animated though, right?
No, yes, absolutely
like,
animated. Yeah.
Okay.
Only if Jack Black voices Ganon. God damn it. Well, I mean, we have fucking Matt Mercer just voiced Ganon, so he'd be a good pick for that, genuinely. But once again, I don't know.
I would have, out of everything, I feel like that would have been like the most interesting thing ever. If like Nintendo worked together with Ghibli in order to like, you know, because it is a really compelling, like Link is a very compelling like story on its like
Link is a compelling story.
True, Link is very compelling. I'm not gonna lie, but like, you know, the whole thing with like the reincarnation and all of that kind of stuff, like
it's one of the most quintessential narratives ever. It's literally just the ceaseless fight between good and evil, right? And it's like you have such a beautiful mechanism to tell that story, so much visual iconography that you can use. But no, you want to do it in live action for some fucking reason. You know, I was talking about this with the one person at work who even vaguely knows anything about video games, where I was like, of the properties that you could do in live action, I understand why you might think that Legend of Zelda could work in live action. You can't do it in live action. Like, straight up, what are you going to do about the Gorons? What are you going to do about the Gerudo?
Yeah.
Right? Like, how many fucking 8-foot tall, ripped ass women do you think you can possibly cast for this fucking movie? And then, like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna make the Goron CG? Congratulations, dumbass! You just like recreated the same issue that you had. You know?
I agree with you. It does feel weird. Well, let me pose a separate question because I feel like we both agree on this. What IP for like
could
Nintendo
be done in live action?
Yeah,
I got an answer for you already. I was sitting on this for a while. I genuinely think that Metroid could work in live action because Metroid is already based on the Alien movies.
Yeah.
And so it's like all you have to do is you have to find a 7'9" blonde woman. Put her
the thing is also she also looks, I feel like, a little more realistic than like in terms of an art style than like Link as well. Like they're somewhat close, but like her proportions, like body proportions and like
first off, I don't know if I don't know if her
no like
body
sorry, in terms of like
sense.
in terms of like height, like in terms of like her. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen Samus in a long time.
I
don't know. Regardless, her face at least seems a little more realistic.
I wasn't joking, by the way. Like Samus is like 6'8".
Well, you know what? She's crazy cool. Okay.
Yes, that's why everyone fucking loves Samus. She's so fucking cool. But it's just like I don't know. Like, imagine a Metroid movie where you focus really heavily on like practical effects instead of CG, and you can tell like a really tense like sci-fi horror story in the Metroid verse. Like that'd be really cool.
Yeah. Because it's like, even though perhaps a
lot
of...
Oh my god, look at the mini-map, Saba.
Oh, look at what?
Look at the mini-map of all the people who just scattered to the wind.
Oh my god.
God damn it. Ooh.
So yeah, I agree with you. I guess I'm just past the point of being, I guess, to get like really upset because I'm like, oh, I don't really want this to be live action because they're gonna make it anyway and it's gonna be just meh. But I think Samus would be cool, truthfully, and it may be like, I don't know how. I never really played all the Samus games, so I'm not really as aware of how easy practical, like Metroid games, to like practically make like the monsters. I'm like a little unaware on that front, but you know.
I mean, you could definitely do it. It wouldn't be easy, and in fact, they definitely would do CG instead. But at the same time, like. Yes, Samus Dread. Well, that's kind of what I was getting at. Imagine telling the story of like Metroid Fusion, but in live action. Like that'd be a crazy movie. That might actually be like one of the most interesting sci-fi movies like ever. But yeah, I don't know. Can you think of any other Nintendo properties that you think would work in live action besides Pokemon?
Okay. Well, okay, stop making fun of me, okay? I think of it based off of, like, character, okay? It's Samus, okay? Samus is the one I'm
That's
thinking
why
of.
she called the Zelda series, or that's why she called the Zelda
Link.
series Link earlier.
Because I was thinking about Link, yeah.
She's consistent. That's how you know that Saba's not lying, because she's consistently making the same error, which is all I can really ask.
I'm looking. Okay, not any of that.
Are you looking at a list of Nintendo properties?
Yeah. Other series.
Like a live action Donkey Kong wouldn't work because your main character is a gorilla. Like a fucked up looking gorilla.
No, don't play. My iPad Siri just triggered for some reason. No.
Hey
stop.
Siri, buy $600 worth of Pokemon cards.
It can't hear you.
Hey Siri.
Hopefully your own thing triggers.
You think you think I would be stupid enough to have a virtual assistant?
I didn't even turn that on my iPad, so I'm not really sure how how that worked, but
What kind of keyboard do you have?
One that opens locks.
Hey Siri, show me this guy's balls. Oh my god. Go with them.
I'm trying to think. I can't really think of, based off of like what's here right now. I don't think any of these things would really work. Like it's so much like Splatoon or Star Fox, and like all of these things are just like Pikmin,
Like once again,
I don't
like
think any of that would
all
make
of
sense.
these would be much better as an animated movie. Like, right?
Yeah. And that's like the main IPs. Yeah, I don't think anything else works. I guess maybe Bayonetta?
Bayonetta's not a Nintendo property no more.
I know, but like that's the only one I could think of that's shown
Actually,
up on Nintendo that I'm thinking like.
They might still own Bayonetta now that I think about it.
Bayonetta, you could probably do a lot of practical stuff with that too, practical effects.
I don't
But
know.
but I am reaching here, okay?
Well, because a lot of Bayonetta's enemy designs are kind of just like fucked up angels and stuff. So I don't know. It would be.
Yeah, I was thinking more on like the end of like I could
Would you just
imagine
call
like
me?
doing the monsters and practice. Siri, show me Zach's balls, okay? Just,
Wait, why do you want
so
to
I
see
can
my
kick 'em.
balls?
Just so I can kick him.
Saba, what the fuck?
So I can
Saba,
kick him.
are you
as well.
okay?
Anyway, I think honestly, funny enough, when I was thinking, when I thought of Bayonetta, I thought of how it would be much easier to make the enemies in Bayonetta than like thinking of Bayonetta herself first
You
and
could
foremost.
probably like for some of the enemies, you could definitely get a guy in a suit, right? Especially like the angels in Bayonetta 2. You could definitely get like the fucked up marble, like the mechanical marble, like whatever's. You could get that to work.
Yeah, it could be made. So yeah, that's the only thing I could think of.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad suggestion. I think that one could work. It would be tough, but Nintendo no longer owning the rights to something. Pff, never heard of that. Saba can use a keyboard.
Yeah, next you'll tell me Saba can use a keyboard.
Saba has been known to use a keyboard every once in a while. Does she know who made the keyboard?
No, not at all. I just love the fact that when this first was brought up, my whole keyboard scenario, you were like so mad at me, being like, Saba, what do you mean there's no alt on your keyboard? And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, Zach. There is no alt. And then I took a picture of it just to send to
And
you.
instantly,
And you're like,
I was like, you have a fucking Apple keyboard working on your Windows PC? Why? And you're like, I don't know.
and you responded being like, okay, fine, I understand why you're telling me it's not there, but also, Saba, what the hell are you doing with an Apple keyboard? And then segue to what you just said.
It was fucking. It was. Does Saba know the difference between Miffed and MILF? Like, she
Yes,
still
I
doesn't.
do. Apparently my mouth doesn't. My brain does. My mouth doesn't. There's no alt. I am also surprised, Lawrence. I agree.
I need you to hold the alt key so that way you can use this keyboard shortcut. Saba goes, huh? Huh? Huh?
what is an alt? Can you explain that for me, Zach, please?
I remember one of the things I said was fucking I literally says to you, it says ALT, and you're like, it's not there.
Like, I know what an alt button. Exact. It's not on my keyboard.
God.
Thank you. I'm also never gonna forget it, Mikey. Thank you.
I could have genuinely. I could have killed you in that moment. Not because you did anything wrong, but because I was like, I need to end this before she like shatters reality. Like Saba is going to inadvertently end the world with just her sheer lack of knowledge about like the fundamentals of the universe.
Okay, looks like we've made it. Where are we? More
lovely.
Well, that's pretty creepy.
Saba, I think you're right. I think that while we're reading this, one of the people in the party is going to get replaced, and we're going to suddenly be in The Thing.
Or Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Well, I guess that's essentially the same plot, yeah.
That is true, you're right.
Now that, you know what, now that I think about it, that is essentially the same plot, huh?
Yeah, except it's like one alien instead of all of them, I guess. It's like, it's still similar.
We're straight up missing two people. We're missing Buizel and the other one. Not Baneri. Bunnelby?
Yeah, Bunnelby.
Are they both about to be... Are they going to come back and be like, hey, guys, let's throw out all of our Reviver seeds?
Can you give me your bag? I'll carry it for you.
Hey, Roxy, you know how like if you use your abilities over and over again, they get stronger? Why don't you just keep using Ember on this rock over here until you run out? Weasel walks up to Riolu, Obo, or I guess Tolkien rather, and he's like, hey Tolkien, you and I have been friends for a long time. Do you want to get in on this MLM with me?
Oh my god.
No? Okay, well could I interest you in a timeshare?
Wait, Widow?
Eh, Layla? Oh, fuck.
What if they were like...
Hey, Roxy, you want a massage? This journey has been really tiring. Grabs and then snaps her neck.
Oh my god. Oh, that is not Buizel.
Stay back, everybody.
Now Buizel's an imposter. It is Among Us.
but so they're both obviously imposters, right?
Well, I don't know. The other one didn't talk, so I'm not sure.
Right, but what I mean to say is that like this is like a thing that you can do in Among Us, right? Where it's like there's two imposters, so one of them rats out the other to gain people's trust, and then just slaughters everybody.
Oh, maybe. Wow, this is a 2-layer deep tactic. She was like, he's the imposter. We never says scene when you... Oh, God. Weasel was just being controlled?
What the fuck is that? That's not a Pokemon!
What kind of Kingdom Hearts nonsense is this?
What the hell is this?
Wow, he's just dead?
That Mawile marinated Bunnelby. No, noticed a single typo in minute 1 of the game. You're dead. What the fuck? Okay, I guess. Oh,
Zach,
man.
did you imagine to be fighting non-Pokemon game or non-Pokemon in Pokemon game?
No, and I mean, I don't know. It feels bad. Wow, they're dead. Okay. I'm a shadow, the true self. Oh.
It just split into 2. Kill him!
That was easy. Okay. Okay, so there's an infinite number of them. Got it.
Dang, that's pretty scary.
Oh! They ate Lawrence!
Oh no!
Oh my god! They're clipping through each other! This seems the weasel got more. Oh my god.
What? You're fine? Oh, never mind.
Okay, but where are the... Whoa!
What? You got gut!
It's all black
Maybe
and
you're just
sticky.
being rounded up.
Being rounded up to where, though?
I don't... What's gonna happen?
Sick.
Ah!
Awesome.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's so silly, though. I love it. Yeah! Get away from here. Oh my god, imagine it's just like the black ooze comes up from underneath them and just captures them. It's like, oh, okay, we're fucked. That was sweet, I guess.
We got
See what I mean by
teleported
things
away.
fucking skyrocket? Yeah, but once again, like, this this shit should have happened a long time ago.
I agree.
I don't know if I'm really invested. I'm more just baffled. I don't understand what's happening.
we're taken aback.
Especially
We're stunned.
especially the fact that these are non-Pokemon in a Pokemon game is kind of driving me wild. 23 hours of playtime, let's go. Jesus Christ. Shut the fuck up, brother.
Okay, Entei.
Okay, why is Entei such a prick? I can't believe.
Oh yeah, the weird scarf evolution thing.
I'm very lucky that the guy from last week isn't in chat, because then there would be 2 people in chat who want me to do like the post game for this, because I don't know if I could handle that.
Oh yeah, didn't our scarf somehow connect to the tree?
Yes, I do recall that. The tree which is Zarneas or something.
Yeah.
And it's really lucky that we both chose Pokemon that have like cool final evolutions. Imagine if we had picked something and we were like Chestnut. That would suck.
Wow. Sorry, Chestnut, apologies.
So only a fraction of a while. Lawrence, do you mind? You should have no complaints. Are we fucking are we indentured servants to the legendary beasts now? Known as Reverse Mountain. Okay. Do not attempt to defy us. I don't know, man. I don't like any characters in this other than fucking. Well, I guess I like Mawile, but I was about to say I don't like any characters in this that aren't like the main two.
What? I like Denenenene.
No, you like going.
And even Ampharos.
Wrong. You like going.
You don't like Ampharos? You don't like Ampharos?
Ampharos is just fucking Wigglytuff light.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it bad.
No, but I mean, like, I wish that he had a very different personality, I guess. Like, imagine if instead of him being kind of bumbling or whatever, imagine if instead he was, like, way too brash. You know what I mean? Or something. Like, something that's just so different than Wigglytuff. But the idea of it's like, oh, he's actually super competent despite the fact that he's so aloof. It's like, okay, it's the same character, but worse.
He's not necessarily aloof, I think, Ampharos,
he very
as
much
as
doesn't want to be here.
Yeah, he's much more, I can't forget, either he has no sense of direction or he's just incredibly clumsy. On
so
top of
Wigglytuff.
being enemy. What? I don't think, isn't Wigglytuff that he just gets really lucky?
Well, okay, so allegedly the thing with Wigglytuff is that they had enormous innate talent, right? So like even without trying, they were one of the best adventurers like in the world. But like when you like, I don't know, it does seem kind of similar, I guess, right? When it's like, oh, you know.
Like I understand what you're saying. I do think they're like different in my mind though. But like there are some similarities, right? About like they're unassuming at first, but they're actually pretty competent.
You know what? That's probably what I'm like hooking onto a little bit. Is the idea of like they pretend to not be significant when they very much in fact are.
Yeah.
All right. What is Mikey saying? I think I brought
agree,
it up
Mikey.
how one of the past streams, but I fucking hate the way they write the legendary beasts in this game. They seem horrible. Like they seem just like bad
Entei I can see being overbearing, but at least I would think like Suicune. I don't know about Raikou. Raikou I could also see being overbearing. Like Suicune I feel like should be like level-headed and like somewhat like if it's like a good cop bad cop scenario, Entei's the bad cop, Suicune should be the good cop.
Okay, well, on to the next area. We still got half an hour left. Oh, hey!
Hey, yo!
Oh, I misjudged. There we go. And I know it. I know that. What the?
Is that
Spiritomb?
Is that a freaking Spiritomb?
Remember when
Excuse
Spiritomb
me?
was like an entire boss in the previous game?
Someone take that man out. What the hell is he doing here?
And like, I do want to point out, by the way, that there is nothing inherently wrong with having the same Pokemon be portrayed with different personalities across media, right? Like, I don't necessarily think every Entei should be as like noble and whatever as like the Entei from Pokemon 2000 or whatever. But at the same time, all three of these legendary beasts just being horrible people is, I don't know, it's really deflating. Shouldn't I be hyped out of my mind that I am currently going on an adventure with the three legendary beasts, but instead I find myself.
Well, I don't know. I think being in the underworld takes it out of us
right,
a little.
But Saba, think of it like this, right? You go into the underworld because you died by the god of death. And then in the underworld, you encounter fucking Odysseus, fucking Hercules, and Kratos from God of War. And you're like, wow, these guys are really competent. This is gonna make my job a lot easier. And then Kratos punches you in the head and says, "You're my slave now. Get us out of here." Like, okay.
Yeah, we have to rely on you to get us out of here. I guess that part would be kind of like, that's depressing. I'm not happy about that.
And that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
okay,
That's like the thing that's like deflating me, because it's like, well, it would be pretty cool if we didn't have to do that.
Like, okay, sure, it makes sense for Entei to be pissed off because we did accuse him of turning Pokemon into stone, but why are Suicune and Raikou pissed off? Well, that's what I said too. Like, Entei, I'm like, whatever, right? Especially with what we had seen him being.
But he's allowed to have his own
even
personality.
But then, like, yeah, once again, Suicune doesn't seem like the type, literally, to be all fiery and like annoying. Raikou, on the other hand, I could see a little bit more, but also, yeah, we hadn't met them before. Why are they pissed off at us?
Like, I think it would be really interesting if...
You want to save?
Yeah, I could save. Excuse-moi.
Another Spiritomb. Kill him. Thank goodness.
Sock is confused. What the hell is... Why is there so many fighting types on Reverse Mountain? Ow. Alright, I will admit, I made the foolish mistake of walking next to a guy who just buffed his stats, but at the same time, that's a lot of damage.
And keep in mind, in the context of the game, Entei, Suicune, and Raikou are all being this horrible to children. That is true. We are just a child.
Once again, the entire first, like, fucking third of this game does not need to exist. We absolutely did not need to establish, oh, by the way, the characters are canonically children in this game. It just muddies things up way too much.
To be honest as well, what element, and this is to, like, agreeing with your point, like, what exactly has being a child in this game helped us? Like, what in this game is like only children can do this?
So can
like,
I be for real
right?
with you? I think I know what their thought process was, because so this would be the fourth game, right? Because you had the rescue teams, then you had explorers, then you had Gates to Infinity, and then you had this one, right? So this would be like the fourth time going through this process. I think that they wanted us to go to school. I think that was their main thing. I think
you think they're like kids should go to school?
I think they needed to have an excuse for why the main character would be in this location that forces you to learn how to play the game. I think that's what they wanted to do, and then because they were so invested in whatever story they thought they were telling, they kept us there for way too fucking long.
Yeah, I still think it's unnecessary. You could have gone it to where, like, oh, this is a training camp, or oh, like it's a school, but like you don't have to be children, like a child, to go learn.
So like the training camp is actually a really good idea, I think, because it's like in the previous games, it's always been oh, you have no place to go, huh? Well, why don't you join the guild, right? Like that's more like, or like, hey, do you want to make a rescue team with me? And so it's like, okay, so because you have nowhere to go, you get a job. Whereas in this one, you have nowhere to go, so you get adopted by the guy who's eventually going to betray you and go to school for like 10 hours, 12 hours.
For a long time.
I don't know. I don't think it worked. I don't think that it provided anything. Period. I don't think the game was better for having that whole section. I don't know. Like, I guess I'm just confused. Why do we have two separate characters who functionally have the exact same power within the narrative? Because both Esper and Denene have the ability to allow people to communicate from long distance. Why do we have two? Why did we not just skip directly to Lively Town and either just have Denene or just have Esper? Isn't that kind of weird?
Yeah.
I don't know. That being said, I'm clearly just griping at this point. It's like the game's not bad. It's just long. It's just very long. The game gives me more than enough space to construct complaints. I guess is what I mean to say. Just like Okami.
Okami's better than this, though.
100%, million, trillion %.
Yeah.
Even just the fact that Okami has like a unique gameplay style, you know, like
Ish.
buoys it like so much in my mind. Whereas this game, I don't know what happened, but I genuinely dislike the combat in this a lot more than in previous games.
You are confused.
Yo!
You are now unconfused.
I punched him in the skull, man. Let's go. Who's dying?
Stop using Rock Smash.
Sock is using Rock Smash against who, though? It's not us. Unless... What the fuck? Sock, what are you doing? Sock! he's just punching a rock over and over. I'm not gonna lie, I do really like having Mawile on my team. She's really cool. I like the sucker punch and play rough combo. Deals a lot of damage. Sock, what are you doing? He's going cuckoo bananas. Whoa, hold on.
Entei.
Used flamethrower.
Okay,
right?
Entei was the one we were missing, I guess.
I guess there was a Sock somewhere who just kept trying to punch Entei over and over. I'm just gonna leave, man. I'm out of here. What the hell?
He'll catch up with us, you know.
There you go. All right, you want to do one last banter topic before we're done for the day?
Sure. I mean, there's one like main one left. I think would be fun, which is the most recent one that you put, which is Clown Conspiracy.
Yes. Okay. So, I think I'm gonna let you know ahead of time. I'm so sorry for this, Sava.
Oh my god.
So, I think that there is currently a conspiracy going on the internet. I think that there is a group of creatives and artists who all got together and decided, hey, we're gonna trick people into having clown fetishes.
Oh my god.
So Exhibit A. You remember the Ace Attorney animation where it's like, objection! He made fun of me. You remember that? You remember that one?
I think so. Yes. Yeah.
That one was where this all started in my mind, where they brought in that apparently she is a character from the later Ace Attorney games. We haven't seen her yet, but like apparently she is a big titted clown girl. But like they brought her in, they made her all sexy, and it was like Lamau, get that clown pussy, and it's like, okay, you're on thin ice here, but I'm gonna let it slide. And then the Amazing Digital Circus comes out, and I'm here to tell you, motherfuckers need to stop looting the main character of Digital Circus, because A, you're insane. She doesn't look like that. You guys are crazy. And B, I think it's Exhibit B in my theory about the clown conspiracy.
I see. They're out to get you to like clowns.
They're not out to get me to like clowns, because I think clowns are scary. Personally.
They're out to get everyone else who doesn't have a phobia of clowns to like clowns.
I think that because there's this idea, right, that somebody might not have been exposed to clown fetish content, and then once they are, they're like, oh, okay. I think it's a conspiracy to make clown stuff more mainstream, so that way people don't have to hide in the dark corners of the internet to jack off to people in face paint. I think that's what it is. Genuinely.
Okay. Well, it's a very interesting theory you got.
I'm bringing it up now. I'm bringing it up now really, because as more examples make their way to the surface, I'm gonna keep adding them to my lawsuit.
Sure. I mean, I have literally nothing to say, as I haven't seen, half like any of these, because I live under a rock, as you're well aware. Wait, hold on. Exit to the void video game. Countless number of void shadows are blocking it.
It's fine. Keep reading.
So unfortunately, and so I will wait here. Who who is speaking?
I have no idea.
It matter. If everyone fought back.
You know who would be insane to be writing this? What if it was Roxy?
Wow, that is
like what
crazy.
if Roxy died like a while ago while trying to figure out how to like seal off the water and stuff, and then like that's why she knows how to read this, because it's not necessarily that she knows how to read, it's that she wrote it so she knows.
That'd be pretty crazy.
All right, what did Mikey say? Real quick,
yeah.
Go back to the whole school thing at the start of the game. I checked back of the box since I have it in my room. On the back of the box, Super Mystery Dungeon, there is only one screenshot of the school on the back of the box. I posted it on air. Okay, what's the screenshot?
It's just the top left.
It's the one shot of them at the school. That's crazy, considering that's a fucking third of the game.
Yeah, even though we spent like 90% of our time there.
That is crazy. Actually, I will say we have now, I think, officially spent more time outside of Serene Village than in it, so.
Even if I must prepare for the distant future.
Okay. Snatching away vitality from the Tree of Life. There was only one Super Mystery Dungeon game, right? There wasn't like Super Mystery Dungeon X and Super Mystery Dungeon Y. I think it was only the one. Kind of like Gates of Infinity.
Yeah, no, only one.
Because if Yveltal is the bad guy, that obviously implies that Xarneas is going to be the good guy. But once again, I then raise my objection of, well, what the fuck is up with Zygarde? Isn't Zygarde's whole motherfucking deal that he's supposed to be the arbiter between the two?
Who knows, maybe
he's captured.
He will appear
or
and just kind of like smack him and be like, "You're not allowed to bully children."
Imagine if Darkrai has Zygarde captured in in like a game of poker. Darkrai is one of like two Pokemon that is 100% evil every time.
No, he's not. He's not, or the movie wouldn't exist.
That is true. In the movie, he was just misunderstood. But at the same time, come on.
He is suffering his existence, and he doesn't want to be bad, but he has no choice because that's what he is.
Except in the games where he is just bad.
Yes, but I didn't see the game first. I saw the movie, so that's what he is to me.
Fucking. Oh, by the way, I told that same coworker who's like the only person that I know who like at work who like knows anything about video games. I said that I made the joke about like, oh yeah, one of my friends that I streamed with had a huge crush on Darkrai during our Mystery Dungeon playthrough, and she straight up goes, "What does she name him? Zuko?"
It's because it makes sense, doesn't it?
It was really fun. And to be fair, I did kind of prime her to say that because earlier in the conversation, I was talking about Last Airbender. So I think it was already on her mind.
Okay.
But it was really funny that she brought it up like apropos of nothing.
Did you say like, yeah, that is yes, actually?
I fucking cracked up laughing.
Well, but look, bringing up Avatar, she made the connection herself. That's how much it fits.
Shut the fuck up. It doesn't matter if
it validates it.
It's not even just that. It's not even necessarily that it fits. It's that it's so obvious.
Okay, let's get out of here. Has the council convened? Did you save the game?
I could save it real quick, yeah. Oh, I do want to point out, by the way, real quick. I hadn't, because I don't really go on Twitter that much anymore nowadays, which has done wonders for my mental health. But I went back through last night and was just, doing whatever, just like catching up on people that I hadn't seen in a long time. And Grant knows the guy because he voice acted some of the comics, or he participated in voice acting some of the comics. But there's this person, Merryweathery, I want to say. They do like comics. They like commission artists to do comics for them and stuff. So their current comic that they're doing is about a succubus who comes to the human realm, but she immediately gets distracted by falling in love with this like delinquent high school boy. And it's, you know, it's whatever. It's mostly just an excuse to get panty shots and have her be in skimpy clothing because she's a succubus, right? But it was really funny because early on there's a scene where so they meet each other in prison because he's been arrested for truancy and she's been arrested for doing whatever. And so she's like looking at him and he looks like so cool, right? And she's like, wow, I bet he has like a super awesome name. And she goes, hey, what's your name? And he goes, Zach. And she goes, ugh. Oh, by the way, spelt Z-A-C-K.
Dang.
Which is the uncommon spelling, apparently. And I was like, thanks, man. What the fuck?
Targeted attack.
I'm about to say, apparently I just have an ugly name, I guess. What the fuck?
Oh, God. Hopefully the
psychic attack. Thank you, Mikey. And it was really funny because that comic was like that particular episode of the comic was from like fucking I don't even know like 8 months ago or something like that. So like that insult has been ruminating on the internet for a long time.
Spirit Tube picked up Barrage Guard.
Shadow Claw lost all of its PP. Great, thanks.
That's unfortunate.
All right.
This is mine now. Thank you.
Hey, by the way, every time I go into one of those intermediary rooms, does it clear all of my buffs? I think it does, right?
If only you had 20 max elixirs.
I got fucking elixirs, all right? I don't need max elixirs. I got elixirs. And also, we spent like 40 minutes entering in codes. We had to play the video game. I will
entering in codes, and then the game crashed, and then we had to enter codes in again.
I will admit, in full transparency though, the codes were a good idea. Now that we have like a bunch of reviver seeds, it definitely helped a lot.
Alrighty.
Did you even bring up what was the banter topic? Did you even bring one up?
That was the clown one.
Oh, yes. Let me say it again.
I was just gonna say, like, feel free. I don't know. You let me know how that's going, how it's progressing yet, because I know nothing about that.
about the clown conspiracy?
Yeah.
I can make it a reoccurring bit, absolutely.
Be like, update number
Update
25.
on clown conspiracy, everybody. The clown conspiracy, as I call it. I literally did the exact same thing because I was at Oshawott and my partner was Riolu, so yeah. Man, I'm not gonna lie, it does suck kind of just hanging out as a Riolu because we would definitely, like, by now, we would absolutely be a Lucario.
Okay, hopefully we make it through.
We won't.
Here quickly. Oh, I think the stairs are at the top. Is that what the orange box is?
He's correct. Jesus Christ. Please be Barrage. Oh, damn it.
Intimidator, make them scared.
I think that the looplet is a good idea in replacement to like traditional held items from the previous games. But at the same time, it is a little confusing to me because like the fact that the jewels reset and your buffs reset every time you leave a dungeon means that I am no longer relieved to get to those like intermediary spots. Because that's how it used to work, right? Was that you would get to an intermediary spot and it's like, oh, breath of fresh air. I can finally restock on items and stuff, right? Whereas in this game, I find myself lamenting it where it's like, well, fuck, I had like 16 attack ups. And now they're all just gone. It's a weird little balancing act there, but it's fine.
See if we can make it to level 10.
We won't.
Keep losing HP.
It's a sandstorm. It's gonna happen, right? Roxy, no! Roxy, why? Oh, now, okay, great. Good job, Roxy. Like, why are you picking fights? What the fuck? Oh my god.
Hopefully she's okay.
She's alive.
Okay.
Ah!
And she picked it. Well, at least safe to say that Roxy's very different than Dawn.
Very different.
She's out there picking fights.
Dawn fucking running away. God, that's still so funny.
It was really good. Oh my god! Don't worry, she'll follow you. What? No, she's dead. Okay. You just want to leave! Oh,
It's so
God.
funny, the idea of like charge. Oh, hey. It's so funny, the idea of like leveling up your flame charge, because we are absolutely replacing that with flamethrower the second we can. I thought flame charge was supposed to give you a chance of increasing your speed, by the way. I haven't seen that yet. The door to hope.
I mean, maybe that
So
is
that black
a
mass
door.
is the goo. Got it.
Oh yeah, because the goo is
Blocking
you
up
plugged it
some-
up, right?
We gotta fucking move on. Good job, Raiko. They're just gonna summon like another 6. Oh, that's suspicious, isn't it?
Unless
Why
this
did
this
it-
definitely
what the-
looks like a Xerneas door.
I guess it definitely looks like a Xerneas door. I was gonna say it looks like a snowflake, but okay. So we have to kill the guys, and then we have split second to get through the door. Is what you're telling me? The door to hope. Okay. Oh! That's Mega Gengar, by the way.
Oh my god!
Mega Tyranitar.
Oh my
fuck.
god!
What about the last two? Are the last two gonna transform? Because this is already pretty devastating. That Tyranitar better not have fucking Earth power, or I'm gonna shit my pants. Oh, and that's why they kept...
Roxy, please, Roxy, you're right in front of him.
And that's why there was sandstorms everywhere. I get it. Ow. That works. Oh, her defense went down significantly next to the guy who definitely has an Earth type move. Ground, rather. Can you hit this motherfucker? Please? Thank you. Alright, she's dead. Ah. Ah.
Oh my god! Okay, when he KO on Roxy. We got this stash, Zach. Right? We got it.
But why would they fucking program the AI to use an AoE move while confused? You motherfuckers better have killed that other Gengar already, or else I'm gonna be really pissed. No, it's alive. Oh, I guess these things are normal type. Do you think they're just Dittos?
Maybe like an evil Ditto.
Yeah, do you think that they're just like an evil Ditto in the context of the game?
Maybe.
It'll warp Roxy over from the Tyranitar? Really? Okay.
Well, she's like fighting the Gengar. And also, it appears like no matter what Raikou do, Raikou?
Raikou.
I don't know. Raikou's
Stop
doing it doesn't seem to have been working.
one-shotting this bitch, all right? just fucking obliterate this guy. Whatever. Yeah, you're right. She did move. I love spending a reviver seed every turn to save this one. Stop!
Oh my god!
Is this game mentally damaged? What the hell is wrong with this game?
Roxy! See, the move keeps missing Gengar. Can you?
I'm going.
For the
I'm
love
restarting.
of God.
I'm fucking restarting. That's insane. Are you shitting me? Like he's like, if we were fighting. By the way, if we were fighting Raikou and we confused him, it would have purged in a single turn because of boss like statistics, right?
Yeah.
God, that's insane to me.
Oh, if the well, these are random, right? I was like, if the rooms are the same, you could just you know where it is, right?
Oh, I think it is the same. Oh, wasn't the room like over here?
I thought it was to the right.
No,
and then Roxy won't have to just independently.
No, she's still gonna choose to because I hate you. we need to finish this chapter for my mental sake. I know it's already like time, but like I need to finish this or else I'm going to shit my pants.
Babysit. No, they're coming. Thank God.
Dude, what the fuck is it? Is it down here? There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, it wasn't that much of a. Oh my God, Spirit Tumor, get out of the way.
Mikey, why are you doing this? Holy shit, I thought the game crashed.
As soon as we get up here, you could probably press save.
Is it this one?
Yeah, it's level 10.
Okay, I will save real quick. Just in case.
The good job redeem is way louder than anything else.
The good job redeem is way louder because the actual like source file that that the sound effect website uses is fucking cranked up for some reason.
Well, we just want you to know, really good job. Great. So much good job that you won't be able to hear that anyone ever say good job to you ever again.
You hear me mashing?
Yeah, I guess once we get past this cutscene too, you'll probably save just so we don't have to deal with seeing the cutscene again.
Yeah.
You know, in Legends Arceus, right, where it's just like a weird spiral in the sky, kind of, or a glitch in the sky. What if they took it from here? Huh? What if they were inspired from this?
I mean, I would expect you to know this, but the weird, like, spiral in the sky, that came directly from Gen 4. Because that's what happens at the top of Mount Coronet when Cyrus is trying to summon the legendary dragon.
Oh, God, yeah, it's been a while, yeah.
Saba says Gen 4 is her favorite.
It is, but doesn't mean I remember everything.
Spell that. Transcribers.
Rocket tries to fight Aranitar.
Try to
use
the alliance. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I can do that. That's fine.
Come on. Woman.
Get her the fuck out of there. Wow, only one hit? Are you butt-fucking me? Like let Raikou and Entei and them take some heat, right? Like, fuck them.
Oh, well, she just got...
Does Sandstorm lower your accuracy in this game? Because it feels as if everybody is affected by sand attack.
But we seem to be doing it. It's just Roxy's so low in terms of like you're 93, she's only 58, you know?
That's your fucking base stats. That's because for some fucking reason we're this far into the game and you're only level 22. Like, what the hell is wrong with this game? We must be near. We are in hell. We must be near the end of this game, or at least approaching the end of this game, and we're only level 22 and 23? Like, are you insane? I can see Obo fucking screeching as soon as this game ends. As soon as this game ends, I'm going to have to debate whether or not I'm going to delete the fucking save file and just terminate the playthrough.
Oh my god, the fact that it keeps on
Multiplying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Gotta love it. Oh, this one's not a normal type. That's They better split. They better fucking split their health. Are you shitting me?
My god.
I'm not doing the post game.
Why didn't this happen?
I'm not doing the post game.
Why didn't this happen before?
I'm not doing the post game of this game. This game fucking sucks. Why are they not dying?
These are like legendary Pokemon, so it's like, is he dead?
Yes, he's dead. He just said that he died, Saba.
I just saw he got warped.
I don't fucking understand.
Dang, by this point I would just I'd even want to start this one over again, especially if they like split again. I'd just be like, no.
Hopefully that. Did I save in the? Oh, I forgot to save after the cutscene. Damn it.
Somewhere on the floor, huh? I wonder where he went. See, he warped just like a foot away.
The fact that these guys can multiply without cutting their health in half is insane. That is like a travesty of combat encounter design. That's so baffling to me.
And they weren't even multiplying before, like the first time we fought them.
It was just random. I think they just decided not to, right? And it's like, I'm sure that there is people on forums somewhere that would say something along the lines of like, oh, we'll just have an AoE move, duh. And it's like, cool. I'm a Riolu, and you're a Fennekin. What AoE move? It's like, oh, we'll pick a different
And then the
starter.
one man who could do like I think an AoE, he got confused.
He was confused 2 fights ago, and he just fucking slaughtered you over and over, chewing up all my goddamn revives.
Okay, get ready to save.
He's right. It's so funny because I feel exactly like how I felt with this is exactly how I felt with
honestly,
Wild
maybe
Frost. Remember the card
you should
game?
target the blobs. Yeah, you're just like, this is like crazy. How, like, this is like
it's just poorly designed. I don't understand why.
Oh god. I feel like this is gonna end up the same way as how we started, especially with those guys already splitting.
Well, so Mikey, yes, I understand about like Pikachu learning Discharge, but Pikachu could also just learn Thunderbolt, which is a de facto AoE move, right? I know it's only one square, but like that is something you could choose to do. Yeah, because it's like, I'm pretty sure, like, do we have anybody, like, I don't think either of us could have learned, like, fucking Earthquake, right?
I don't think so. I don't know, maybe Riolu, but like...
But then Earthquake would hit allies, too. for some fucking reason.
Okay.
The other two guys are paralyzed. Which is... yeah, keep doing that. Just keep fucking thunderbolting them. My God. Are you?
Oh, that's a little bit annoying. We were doing so well. It sucks because it's like she's not even able to do that much damage, you know? Like literally attacks from like you,
dude,
Roxy, and Suicune isn't doing enough.
I just dealt 70 plus damage twice. You're telling me that these enemies that can duplicate themselves apparently infinitely have more than 140 HP? What the hell
well, if
is
you keep
wrong
holding
with
on,
you?
Raiku's, or I think gotten rid of that Gengar over there. So I think they should all converge in like a second to get rid of these guys. And he flinched. And he's on fire.
Lowered his attack stats. Where the fuck is Mawile? Is Mawile dead?
Mawile was like really
Mawile
confused.
was fucking paralyzed? How long was Mawile paralyzed for?
Thank God. Oh my goodness.
Oh, she's confused. Great.
It's okay, right? You like single-handedly took out like half of the things, Raikou, okay? You did good.
Did she just deal fucking 5 damage?
Yeah, for, you know, she's not that impressive. She's got guts, but yeah, it's not great.
He's dead.
Okay. We got it.
Holy fuck. That is a travesty. First try, let's go. That's very funny.
First,
Come on, we gotta get out of
get
this.
to that door. Run. You're basically as fast as lightning, Raikou, okay? Come on. Don't tell me it'll just leave again. Oh my freaking God. Hopefully this is a thing where our scarves you know, come to our rescue.
It's
What's happening?
Oh, Mawile also has a Mega Evolution, by the way, now I think about it. Mawile and Ampharos have Mega Evolutions. Is she gonna fucking body slam us into the door? Because they're gonna do their big AoE?
I think so.
Hell yeah! As the door opens.
For like a fraction of a second.
So, by the way, is this supposed to be roughly equivalent to Grovile's sacrifice? Where Mawile is sending us back to the land of the living, and it's like, go! Quickly! Just go, you idiot!
Yeah, like literally walk through the freaking door.
This place fucking sucks.
Just go through this stupid door.
We love Super Mystery Dungeon. Why? I don't. Whoever says that this game is like, oh, this is the second best Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game, go back and play Rescue Team again. Fucking Rescue Team blows this shit out of the water. And Rescue Team has fucking problems. God, I can see why this game filled the. Oh, hey, they went through the door. Wow!
Yay! We did
I think
it.
we're good.
Oh yeah.
Is it chapter 20? Chapter 19? Okay,
No.
I think we're good. Holy shit.
I'm tired.
How much longer is this? Wait,
is this like one more stream?
Hold on, real quick. Did we see on the save screen? Did we see whether or not we got a new boss emblem or not?
I don't know.
Hold on. I guess I can instead of waiting for this cutscene to be over, give me 1 second. The boss emblem was Mega Tyranitar. Okay, so instead of fighting like Giratina or something, it was Mega Tyranitar. Okay, so the final boss is probably going to be Yveltal / Nuzleaf. So we are getting there. We are closer than ever before to the end of this fucking game. We are going to finish this because we are too close to not finish this. But holy shit, dude. What happened? I don't understand. What is this not by it's made by the same team, right? Like, I'm not insane? Like, did somebody get a fucking ice pick to the back of the head and they had to like, oh, we gotta hire a new design team? What the fuck happened?
Well,
24 hours of playtime. I put one real world day of my life into this game. This game is like a fucking 5 out of 10 on a good day. I can't believe it.
Well, anywho, it's time. We're over
done.
time.
Good night, everybody.
Go.
Oh, Sabo, we're starting at 4 tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah, it's later tomorrow.
Yeah, just making sure. Good night, everybody.
Ciao, ciao. Bye.